Good morning. Well, there's a name I have not seen in a long time. Invader, how the hell are you, man? Donnie, good to see you. Hopefully things are really well with you and your wife and the kids. Damn, man, good to see you. Good morning, Dawana. Good morning. How's my boy Marshall this morning, Dawana? I understand you're waiting on another appointment with him. Hopefully he's doing all right. Is he in good mood these days? Invader, I'm glad to hear that, man. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking. I won't say his name, but I was talking with somebody the other day, and your name came up. Good way, in a good way, Donnie. It wasn't a bad way. But just that I hadn't seen you and they hadn't seen you and da-da-da-da-da. And we were just talking about the old lives that we used to do. Remember back in a couple of years ago, Invader, we used to do those lives and they'd go 8, 9, 10 hours. Remember those? And they get crazy and out of hand. And you were one of the guys that was in the channel all the time. Good to see you, man. Morning, Jim. Good to see you. Brown Chicken. Good to see you. Chicken and 2-4. Good to see you. You guys are both mods. If you guys are going to stick around at all today, do me a favor. Don't delete. Don't go too crazy on the deletes. Nail the trolls that we don't know, but leave certain other trolls. You know what I'm talking about. Leave them alone today. Leave them alone. Arcadia, good to see you. Beautiful. You like that, eh? Yeah. He's still sleeping and happy as can be. Attaboy. Attaboy. He deserves it. Do I see Lucille? Do I know Lucy? No, I don't know. Harrison, good to see it. Can we smoke a cigar? Oh, Jesus, it's killing me, Harrison. Really, I cannot smoke a cigar for probably another 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks before I can smoke another cigar. So, unfortunately, brother, I'd love to. I would love to, but as it sits right now, I'm 2 weeks before I can do a stogie. Believe me, they're sitting there waiting for me. They're calling my name. I can hear them screaming my name, but unfortunately, my man, I can't. Yeah, fun times. Kind of miss those days. Don't have the free time I had back when I was trying. Yeah, well, that's a lot of us, Donnie. A lot of us. Well, mind you, I've got a lot of free time right now. But, yeah, back in those days, we had more time. Could sit around. You know, I don't think I could do an 8 or a 10-hour live now. I don't think I could do one now. You know, Best went live the other day. I think it was live for like 8.5 hours. I'm like, Jesus. I do, you know, you guys know that I do these lives for 7 days straight. And usually we do about 4.5, sometimes 5 hours. And literally, man, literally, by the time I'm done this live, I'm running for a bathroom because I have a leak, obviously. And on top of that, I have to, you know, my brain is like pudding. It really is. And my mouth is just like, How we used to do 10 hours is beyond me. Now, mind you, you know, we were dropping links and we had people and we were doing a lot of shit like that. But man, it's rough doing these. Tolga, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. 2-4's always ready. Well, he's always ready. Always ready to stand, always standing by with a shovel. All I got to do is call. We finally got good damn sunrise here. Look at this. This is beautiful. Got a beautiful clear sky. This is Alberta at its finest right here. Like, get out of bed, get yourself a coffee, light a smoke if you got one, and you know what? Come on out and sit and look at a sunrise, especially coming up over the prairies. Oh my God! Like, I can't think of anything better than this. This is the right time for a 10-hour stream. Oh, Tolga, I don't think I got one in me anymore. I really don't, man. Those days of doing those 10 hours, those 10-hour lives, they're gone. I don't know how guys do that anymore. I'm good for 4 hours, 5 hours, and that's it. Especially when I do them like 7 days in a row. It's like, wow. Wow. Are you going to smoke a cigar for me? Well, Harrison, I just said I can't right now. I can't smoke a cigar for another couple of weeks, man. Yo, bro, can you speak English? Holy hell. Sempe Creed. What language am I talking to you? Quinn, great to see you, bro. Hopefully you got you're 2 hours ahead of me, but hopefully you got a real nice sunrise. You got some good sun. The rain let up. You guys got some good weather there finally. We were 30. They called for 30 degrees yesterday. We ended up at 33. It was hot. 33 is hot. I don't care where you are. You know, really, I don't care where you are. 33 to me is hot. It's like you go outside for 2 minutes to have a cigarette and you come back inside and you got swamp ass. 33 is too damn hot, man. Today we're going to have, I think we're going to be around 20. 17 to 20 around there, which is beautiful for me. That's still shorts and, you know, right now I'm just wearing shorts and a hoodie with a t-shirt underneath. Daniel, good to see you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning back at you, man. John Boy, good to see you as well, man. Elmy. Hi, Elmy. That's a hell of a name. Is Elmy your first name or your last name? I'm asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Oh. I nailed the coffee this morning. Absolutely fucking nailed it. Look at the sun, though. It seems like lazy and go up today. It's taking its time, and I got no problem, Tolga, with that this morning. None whatsoever. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous sunrise, man. It really is. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like just outside the car here in this field here, like there's birds chirping. I don't know if you can hear this. It is so, it's nice. You got the sunrise, the birds chirping. I got good coffee. Nailed the, like I said, I nailed the coffee this morning. Absolutely nailed the coffee this morning. Sick bastard. Damn good to see you, man. I was trying to stay in Moto's, oh fuck, Moto's here too. Damn, sorry, Moto. Good morning, Wheelburner. Go out for breakfast with the riding crew today. Hope you have an awesome stream. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to stay in Moto's stream yesterday, but every time I'm watching, 5 minutes later, phone would ring. 5 minutes later, watch again. I was in and out of it. It almost wasn't even worth it for me to watch. I caught when Sterling came in, and then about as much as when Sterling came in and then when Sterling went out. But I freaking hate that because, you know, there are times when I'm really enjoying a stream. Moto, when you guys are on there, and you and Moto and Ray and if Sterling comes in, like I sit and enjoy that, you know. I have to make another coffee. Didn't sleep last night. Well, get it into you, son. Get it into you. I've got a full thermos here of a home brew from home. We make better coffee at home than you make definitely make get out of Tim Hortons or Second Cup or anything like that. So Earth should be heaven instead of all this mess. So I don't know what you're looking at. That doesn't look like a mess to me. That looks damn good to me right there. Mess around you is all in perspective. You know, where you are, where you allow yourself to be, where you're going in life. That's the mess. How you deal with all of that, that's the mess. If you can adjust yourself accordingly to the world around you, it shouldn't be a mess. I say that, believe me, it's easier to say than do. I say that not like I've got everything figured out, because I don't know. I don't have a goddamn clue. I don't have the world figured out by any means, but I do have the world figured out around me to the best of my ability, which enables me to live at least a peaceful, tranquil, serene, and sane life for the most part. How you doing, Liam? Good to see you. Hi, old man. Easy on the old man there, Liam. Easy on the old man. And if you're going to put old man, at least put wise old man in there, right? Like, throw me a bone. You're going to call me old, that's fine, but at least throw the wise in there too. I'm not saying I'm wise, but at least just throw me a bone if you're going to do that, right? All you need is love. Seen you before. You keep coming back. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. Hopefully you got a coffee and something to eat and have a breakfast and get yourself up. I don't know which end of the country you're at. Yeah, it's called non-duality, I guess. Possibly. Demonetized? Damn good to see you, man. I like Demonetized. He's relatively new to the channel, but he comes in and he's always got something to say. And he always gives me something to think about. I got no problem with anybody coming in here and saying whatever you want, but guys like Demonetized come in and they usually got something to say, and it's something that I actually have to sit back and go, son of a bitch, you know, and I got to think about what he's saying. And I like that. I like that. I love a good conversation. I love a challenge. I love a good debate. I live for that kind of stuff. I love that, especially doing it live like this. And Demonetized is one of those guys that I can tell you, I haven't always agreed with everything he said, but at least I respect his opinion, and I'd like to think that maybe he respects mine, and it makes for good conversation. It really does. It really does. All you need is love. Coffee and Cheerios, breakfast of champions. Well, does that make you a champion? Are you the champ? Echo, good morning. How are you, man? Is it morning? Yeah, it is morning for me. It is 7:21 a.m. for me. I'm in Alberta, Canada. So I'm in the second last province in the west of Canada. I'm out in Western Canada. 14:21, so it's 2:21 p.m. in the United Kingdom right now. Isn't it tea time for you guys? Isn't 2 o'clock? We used to, when we were kids, we used to hear stories that in England everything would shut down at like 2 o'clock, and you guys would have tea time. Kevin, are you smoking? Not right at the moment. Am I smoking ganja? No. No smoking ganja. It's 15:21 here. You know what, guys? You don't have to say the city or the town or whatever you're from. But when you put your time up like that, you know, say it's 15:21, like for example, Liam did. He goes, it's 14:21 in the UK right now. Foos, it's 15:21. Where you from, brother? Like, let us know where you're at. Which part of the world are you from? If you're 15:21, so that puts you like what, 8 hours, 8 hours ahead of me. You're obviously somewhere on the other side of the world, right? You're obviously somewhere on the other side of the world. You're over in Europe somewhere or over in Asia somewhere. 9:22 here in Baltimore. Well, Baltimore doesn't count. We were talking about this, I think, yesterday or the day before, demonetized. Baltimore, what? Gary, Indiana is the armpit, or Gary, Indiana and Detroit are the armpit of America, and Baltimore is the ball sack, right? So I'm sorry that you live in Baltimore. Yeah, that was back in the 50s, not in 2025. Tea time now is at 5 o'clock. Baltimore is the taint. Thank you. I admit I was trying to get the word. I couldn't find the word. I had a brain fart there for a minute, man. Exactly. Baltimore is the taint. Foos is over in France. France just happens to be my girl's most favorite place in the world. She likes to go over to France, and I think her last trip over there, she spent a month there. So, yeah. I'll keep an eye on you, Foos. Stay away from my girl. You come in, Foos, if you came into my house and you looked at the pictures on the walls, and even if you open my cupboard and you look at my coffee, all the coffee mugs, everything's Paris or France or this or whatever, Sherry, and everything's in France. Everything's French. Everything. My girl absolutely loves France. Baltimore is the taint of the U.S. Kevin, unless you've been there, unless you've been to Baltimore, you must know what I'm talking about. You're in Texas. Kevin's in Texas. One of my favorite places to go. Don't worry about your daughter. It's not my daughter I'm worried about. My daughter's not although two of my oldest daughters, they've both been to France as well. It's my girlfriend. It's my girlfriend. Stephanie, good to see you. We don't have a Chicken Hawk report this morning, mind you. He will be he's working today. Sunday is his first day on the road with his job. So, not sure. The old chicken maybe listening, but I don't know if he's going to be in and around. Funny, I was in Vegas in March. Someone said to me, "You're in a bad part of town." I said, "I'm from Baltimore," and they said, "Oh yeah, this is nothing." Exactly. Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League last night. Well done, Foos. There you go. Liam, I hate football. Sorry. Well, dude, that's like me, Foos. Like, I'm a Canadian and I don't watch hockey. Right? I don't hunt, I don't fish, and I don't watch hockey. So yeah, same thing. A Frenchman that doesn't watch football. Hey, are French fries better in France? I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody that's been there. I've never been to France. Although I don't think French fries were invented in France, even though they're called French fries. Seems like a real peaceful and relaxing. Dude, let me tell you, so far my day, I've got nothing to complain. I do. I had to get out of bed. There's nothing worse than, when you start your day, when you're getting out of bed, when you've got a nice warm body laying there beside you, and you got your arms wrapped around that nice warm body, and then all of a sudden the alarm goes off and you have to get up. It's like, son of a bitch. But that's the biggest obstacle I've had to overcome this morning, right? Was getting out of bed and leaving that warm body in bed. But here I am now. I've got coffee, I've got smokes, and I've got this to look at. Car wash, good to see you, Ryan, man. How are you? Amber, hi, how are you? Do you want to fight with me? Sanjoy, I'm not a fighter these days. Really, I'm not. Those days are long gone for me. I'm built, buddy. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Really. That doesn't mean that I won't defend myself by any means, but if you want to fight for the sake of fighting, there better be something in it for me. I don't like any sport that ends in ball. You know what? I watch baseball. I still watch baseball. I love to sit and watch a baseball game. Being a Canadian guy, the only Canadian team we've got is the Toronto Blue Jays. But I'll watch if any two teams are playing. I'll sit and watch a good ball game. Fries are not originally from France. I didn't think so. I'm a South African, and I don't create apartheid. Well, Ben, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm Canadian, and I don't create it either. French fries are actually American. Why would they name them French fries, though? Like, what? Why would you call it French? I can see maybe calling it a fry, but why would you call it a French fry? The British soldiers in France invented them. There we go. We got two different opinions here. Both of you guys better get your Googles on the same page. Don't blame us for French fries. Oh, man. You're right, Wheeler Burner. There we go. I'll take that. Wheeler Burner. You're right, Wheeler Burner, about French fries. I'm heavily pregnant right now, so I can barely get out of bed. Heavily pregnant. That can be taken different ways. Well, you must be in the last trimester. Or pregnant women are beautiful. I don't know what it is. Pregnant women, you look at a pregnant woman that's like that when she's just ready to pop. Now, don't get me wrong. They can be grumpy, irritable, and discontent, but they are beautiful. Pregnant women are beautiful. They glow. It's like they walk around with like that angel's glow around them. Caroline, good to see you. Beautiful view. Yeah, it is this morning, eh? We finally got a good day. We've had some overcast. Yesterday was overcast. Day before wasn't too bad, but finally got a good day here. Darts is number one. I love to play darts. Every house I've ever owned, there's always a dartboard set up in the garage, and the whole setup for darts. We love playing darts over here. Canadians actually enjoy playing darts a lot. You go to any bar or any pub, there's always dartboards. French fries are not French. They originated in Belgium. Okay, now we got three. Should call it a skip fry, yeah. Okay. And I don't mind number one near my name, folks. YouTube gives it to talkative ones, and apparently I'm the number one mouthy one. Well, Tolga, you've been the number one talky one for fucking years, buddy. At least on my channel and everybody else's channel. It's because the kind of cut is called a French cut, but it originates in fact in Belgium. There you go, Hendrik. Hendrik for the win. Hendrik is educating us this morning. Thank you very much, Hendrik. I have absolutely no problem with that. I got no problem learning something new. I watch sports for the cheerleaders. Wow, I can't blame you on that one. I quit playing football in my well, not my junior. I was in grade 10. I finished my grade 10 year playing football, and then I stopped playing football, and that was the first year. I think that was like 1985. That was the first year where they allowed guys to become the cheerleaders, and I went, fuck this, and I quit playing football, and I became a cheerleader. And like every single one of my teammates were going, what a fag. What a homo. Yeah, he's going to go over me. And I'm like, wait a minute, Hoyer, hold on. You're calling me a fag because I became a cheerleader? Let's reevaluate this, okay? I'm out on the field with you guys, running around with tight pants, tackling each other, wrestling each other to the ground, grabbing each other below the waist. And what's the first thing you do? You pick the guy up off the ground. The first thing we do is we pat you on the ass. You get patted on the ass. Good play, pat on the ass. Me, I'm on the sideline with 12 women. And I'm throwing them in the air. I'm tossing them around. I got my hands on your girlfriend more than you do. And you're calling me a fag? Come on now. Amber, you're very welcome. I'm speaking from a point of a man that's had, you know, I've got 6 daughters. I've had 6 kids, so I've seen pregnant women. And you know, you see pregnant women anywhere. With the wind direction blowing from America to Canada, you're welcome for all that freedom air we sent y'all. Actually, the air doesn't come from the United States north. The air actually comes from north down to south. JH or JJHH, you better check that, right? Wind comes out of the north, buddy. Now you can go south. Invader, if you just sent me an email from to the Wheelburner Express, don't send it. I'm not going to get it. That email is dead. I think this afternoon or this evening, there's going to be a new email. That email got hacked, dude. So I don't have access to it. If you're sending anything to that Wheelburner Express at Gmail, I'm not seeing it and I won't be getting it. Watching darts on TV is epic. 180. I love that, eh? I love that. Oh, you need to love that. It's awesome. It's good to know that you watch darts. I'm gonna assume all you need is love is you're a woman or female or a lady. I'm gonna assume that. Hopefully I'm right. It's good to see a woman that watches darts. Ross Tubbs, good to see you, man. What's up, Brian? Dearest, hey. What up this morning, man? We're just sitting here looking at the sun. Watching the sunrise here. There we go. Stunning weather in the UK has been for weeks now, and it's usually raining this time of year, but our climate is getting warmer by the year. Liam, I don't know how to feel or what to say about climate change and everything like that. There's 300 different reasons why it's happening. If you ask if you ask 300 people why it's happening, you're going to get 300 different reasons. Mr. Speed Panzer, man, that's a hell of a name. I think you've got the name of the day so far there, brother. You seem so chill. Well, man, I got nothing to be excited about. Really, there's nothing going on here to get excited about. We got a gorgeous sunrise. We really do. It's Sunday morning. There's not a lot going on. Like I said, my biggest problem this morning was getting out of bed and leaving a warm, beautiful woman in it. All right? It's one thing if you're getting out of bed alone and it's like, oh, fuck, here we go, gotta get up. But when you gotta get out of bed and you're leaving a warm, beautiful woman in there, it's like, oh, son of a bitch, here we go. Gotta make coffee. You guys don't know the price I pay to be here to do this. Same way over here in Germany, darts in every bar, pub. Oh, Hendrik, yeah, it's huge over here. It's huge over here. Darts is it's not even the pubs. Of course, you go into any of the pubs, and in Canada, believe me, we have a lot of pubs. Obviously, with our link to the UK and our heritage with the UK. So yeah, we have a lot of pubs over here. But the darts are not just in the pubs anymore. You go into any of the sports bars, you'll find rows of dartboards. I love playing darts. And pinballs are cool. Oh, man. I haven't played a pinball machine in fucking years. Muslim cut, not much better. Okay. There is nothing greater than when God Almighty smiles on you because you love Him Oh, the wonder, the majesty of his fellowship. Jesus saves. Michael, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Thank you for that comment. Cart Shark. I love your name, dude. Absolutely love your name, Cart Shark. You've been here before. I've seen that. I'm not surprised Gay Beach is the nicest beach in America. I don't know what you're talking about there. Wait, automatic transmission and annex cheerleader. We're going down a rabbit hole. What's next? Skirt on Skid Row? Let's not get carried away here. Let's not get carried away here. I'm still holding, JJ, I'm still holding my man card. Let's not get carried away here. The automated transmission, that's a business decision. Would I rather drive a manual? For the most part, yeah, of course, right? But from a business standpoint and money, automated all the way, baby. And as for being a cheerleader, what? You tell me, you poke holes in that. What's wrong with what I quit playing football because I was tired of running around on a field grabbing guys below the waist and wrestling them to the ground, and you know, you basically got your hands all over guys. Or you can stand on the sidelines with 12 fucking hot women and you can fondle them for an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think I know which one I'm doing. Healthy, yeah, wealthy and healthy, exactly. You know, when you boost them up and they're standing on your hands, you're supposed to be looking forward. Do you really think I'm looking forward? Hell no, man. Most of the cheerleaders were dating a lot of the guys on the team, and like I said, I had my hands on your girlfriend more than you do. You in tight pants, I call that a win. Millie, damn good. Fucking, that's actually funny, man. Millie, damn good to see you, man. Always a pleasure, brother. I hope you're having a good morning, Millie. Sunday morning, hope you're not working today. Hope you're home with the beautiful wife and the kids. Hope you're having a blessed day, my brother. Better check yourself before you wreck your automatic transmission. Yeah. I have 3 boys in my belly, also all boys. I have 3 boys plus 3 in my belly. Holy Christ, you're having triplets. You're having triplets. Amber? Oh, dear Lord, woman. My hat is off to you. And you've already got 3. So you're about to double up. Good God, woman. My respect to you and your husband. If I was you, I'd be smacking him. Triplets? When those 3 come out, man, don't let them touch you again. That's enough. I got hands on your girlfriend more than you do. Hey, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, Pop-Tart, I fucked that up. Pop-Tart gone trucking. Good to see you, sweetheart. How are you? Long time. I haven't even seen you around in anybody else's lives or chats lately. Hopefully you're well. Business is going good for you. Oh boy, America sure is really making life better in Canada. Fuck that. Stuck up Yanks as always. Yeah, Caroline, exactly. You got your hands full. Actually, she probably needs 2 or 3 more hands. Holy crap. Donnie, if your email hasn't changed, I'll send you an email. Invader. Okay, I'll send you an email from a different email address. So as long as yours hasn't changed, it should. If it's still the same, I should be able to send you one from my other email, man. I'd love to hook up. I'd love to hook up and hear what's going on and see how you're doing, man. Darts is huge in the UK since Luke Littler won, as he is only a kid himself. I am absolutely amazed watching these guys play darts, right? Like, You stand around the bar. You got the bunch of the boys in the garage, and you're playing darts and everything like that. And some of us are pretty good, and some of us are not. But then you watch the professionals play, and it's like, they play around, in like 9 minutes, right? We play around in 20, right? Fucking trucking, good to see you this morning. Salty, good morning. Hopefully, sir, you're having a good morning on this fine Sunday. You're not working, you're not killing yourself, you're not straining. Hopefully, you've just got yourself a good warm coffee, good hot coffee. Maybe a smoke if you smoke them, a cigar if you smoke them. Take a little time, Salty, and sit back and enjoy what the world around you is giving you. Don't fight it. Don't run from it. Just sit back and take a look and enjoy it. That's all I'm doing this morning, man. Being the worst fighter at 16 and winning it a year, just 17 years old. How much money do those guys win? Hendrick, how much do those guys win? Like I know that there's money in that. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing it. But when a kid wins, or when somebody wins like the world title, or they win like a big tournament, like how much what are you talking about for coin here? It's not like you win the U.S. Open or the Masters, or you win the World Series, or you win the Super Bowl. I don't imagine it's that kind of money, but like, what are you talking about? If some guy wins a world title, is he winning hundreds of thousands of pounds? Pop-Tart woke up and chose hugs. That's the best damn way to do it. Best damn way to do it. I forgot the feeling of waking up with a woman. Never say never. I'll never say never. There's one out there for you somewhere, brother. I love bump pinball. You ever play wheel burner on bump pinball? No, I don't know what bump pinball is. I know what pinball, obviously, pinball machines are, right? Obviously. I've probably spent, a lifetime's worth of money pumping quarters into a pinball machine. But I don't know what bump pinball is. Pubs are suffering badly, and the cost of living over here has meant the pubs are struggling. What? It's funny, in the restaurant business over here, it's the same way. Liquor sales don't suffer, right? When times are good, people go out to a restaurant and they eat and they drink. But when times are bad, they go and they drink only. So most restaurants are suffering because their food sales drop. Their liquor sales are probably right on par as where they are, but you guys have had the king visit you in Canada. Yeah, you can have him back there, Liam. Anytime you want him. Well, he's already back now, but yeah, he came over. He did his little spiel, whatever you want to call that. It's funny because we still have a slight association with the UK, with the monarchy. Not so much the UK, but with the monarchy. But I would honestly say that the greater part of the Canadian population could give a rat's ass about the monarchy, Manual is fun to drive, but nowadays the automatics are much faster. Well, they're not just much faster, but they are definitely much more fuel efficient. I can't shift gears manually as efficiently as a computer can. You can't compete with a computer. You just can't, man. Buck's mama. Mama Buck. Mama Buck. How the hell are you this morning, sweetheart? How are you? Did I understand that you've gone through a couple of things. Hopefully you've come through the other side on that okay, and that you're up and around and you're feeling good. I really hope everything's okay for you. The only king is God. Well, what's up? What the hell's going on with you this morning, Bull? Good to see you, man. I've not had breakfast, and you can keep your menu to yourself this morning. I'm fucking actually starving right now. Eamon, good to see you. Miss your appearance, sir. Well, I will turn the camera around shortly as soon as that sun gets up. Right now, if I turn it around, the sun's still in my eyes. It's coming through the windshield. It's still in my eyes. So there's no sense turning it around right now. I'd be blind as a bat. The sun would blind me. So as soon as that sun gets up above the visor here, then we'll turn it around. UFO busters that UFO show Australia. Hello from Sydney. Well, man, you're a long way from home. You really are. Well, you're a long way from my home. Let me say, you're a long way from here, from Sydney. I got a daughter that lives down in Melbourne. And she's obviously a Canadian girl, but she's transplanted herself down in Melbourne, and she's doing quite well. Her and her boyfriend. Pop in and say hi to her sometime, would you? Please, on the freeway, man, good to see you. How the hell are you doing this morning, sir? Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a mouthful of this coffee, because damn, it's good. Ben Fro, I have 3 boys inside me right now. Well, dude, 3 boys inside you, I guarantee you, you're not walking right after that. You might want to seek medical attention for that. Waffle House, oh, Pop-Tart, don't do that. Waffle House? Sweetheart, come on. I've been obviously being a long haul trucker and spending so much time. I've been to the Waffle House a million times, but not some of it by choice, some of it by not by choice. But damn, damn. Orange juice, waffles, bacon, Western omelet. Who's coming to Waffle House? It's on me. Come on. Oh. You know what? If you're paying for it, I might take a chance at it, but I need a bathroom shortly thereafter. Yeah, and you're doing well. I'm glad to hear that, Pop-Tart. I am. I'm really glad to hear that, sweetheart. You're doing well. You're a busy, busy girl. I'm really happy to hear that. In this business right now, there's a lot of people that aren't. So you know what? If you're doing well and everything's going good for you, I'm really happy for you. I'm glad to hear that. You still got the same address? All right, Invader. I will, when I'm done here at some point today, after I take care of that, I will rifle you just an email saying, hey, how's it going? And then you'll have the new a new email address. We can talk. And I've got your phone number because I'm living out in Alberta now. So I've got a new phone number. So if you tried to call that other old phone number, you'll get nothing. You and what are me? Holy shit, what a fucking handle on that. You and what are me? All right, now you've got the handle of the day. That one takes the cake there. Have a nice Sunday, guys. See you later, foos. Hey, man, thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. I appreciate anybody that wants to spend, you know, if you're going to take even 5 minutes out of your busy day or out of your busy life or out of, you know, just... you want to take some time and you want to sit in here and just hang out and make some comments and talk, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I like to play cornhole with the bean bags, like horseshoes kind of. Cornhole is a game. I love it. If you get a real good set of cornhole boards made, Mr. B's makes really good cornhole boards. A couple of weeks ago, I was down at my brother's place. We must have spent, I don't know, 7 hours in the driveway playing cornhole. Love it, man. Love it. Babysitting my 3-year-old granddaughter. It's these moments that make all the work in life worth it. Salty, well said. Well said, man. I would like to. Being a long haul driver, I was not always home, obviously, and having as many kids as I do. Obviously, I was away from home. I missed a lot of the growing up and a lot of the, you know, I did the best I could to be a parent. But I'm finding now in my life, as my kids have grown up, Salty, like my oldest daughter is 33. My youngest daughter is 23. And I'm finding now that some of that balance, not that I'm trying to make up for it, but I'm finding great enjoyment in just sitting and talking and listening. If you're a grandfather, that means you've obviously raised your kids, so you know what I'm talking about. I was on a call with my daughter in Australia, and we were FaceTiming, and I find at this point in my life I don't need to be a father anymore. I can now just be a dad, right? Like, I don't always have to be the one giving advice. I don't always have to be the one that has all the answers. I sat there on the call with her for over an hour. And I guarantee you, man, I probably learned more things from her than she learned from me in just one phone call. And I'm finding those little things in life are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm a grandfather as well. I got 6 daughters, Salty. Figure this out. Do the math if you can as a man. We're going to do some man math here. How the hell does it work that I've got 6 daughters, 33 to 23, and I've only got 1 grandchild? Like, we're talking not even like a broken condom or an oops or a, oh my God, what happened? Nothing. 6 girls and 1 granddaughter. And the granddaughter is obviously a female, a girl. Couldn't even get a boy. Believe me. With 6 daughters, I was trying for that boy, and I think many a night I was trying a lot harder than she was, but couldn't get a boy, and even on the grandchild, I couldn't even get a boy. Son of a bee. Skynet, good to see you, man. What's up, homie? We're just hanging and banging here. Look at that sun. Look at that sun. Look at not just the sun, but look at the horizon. Look out on that horizon. That is a beautiful Alberta prairie sunrise right here we're looking at. It don't get no better than that. The only thing I think that would maybe top, like put the icing on the cake, would be, of a busload of Budweiser cheerleader girls broke down in that field over there and they all came rifling. Other than that, man, I can't think of anything else I'd rather be looking at right this minute. Who's the trainer that got left on the side of the interstate? The trainee drove off, left the trainer on the side of the interstate all the way across America. I don't have a clue who did that. Pop-Tart, I didn't even hear about that. I personally don't like the Monarchs. I think times have moved from having kings and queens now. They have power. They have no power. That's exactly. They don't have any power. They don't have any power here either. Still test, but I'm doing good. Keep me in your prayers. Sweetheart, Mama, absolutely. Absolutely. We're thinking about you. I saw, where did I see? I think weren't you in Moto's Live yesterday? You popped in to say hello. It's great to see when you do that. You know what? Keep coming back. Keep getting out there. You know, it gives you something to do. Keeps your mind off what's ailing you. Get out there, Mama, get out there and stir up a little shit now and then. You know what? Get out there and stir up a little shit. You've earned it. You've earned it, baby. Get out there and stir up a little shit. I should quit my job and become a lot lizard. Wow. Thank you. You think that highly of me and that I'm sexy enough to become a lot lizard? You know what? Hell, I might actually try that. Tennessee TV, damn good to see you, son. How the hell you doing this morning, man? The trainer was saving chicken bones in the fridge and was sitting Indian style praying over chicken bones instead of inside the truck, so the trainee left the trainer on the side of the interstate. I don't know if I'd quite go to that extreme, but that would definitely raise an eyebrow for me. You're gonna do what we talk about? Definitely. That's the way to do it, man. That's definitely the way to do it. Get your channel out there, and the only way to do it is to push it, and try if you can to collaborate with other channels, right? When you go live, if you use StreamYard and you have the ability to drop a link and bring other people in, bring other YouTubers in that are like-minded to yourself, and you sit there and shoot the shit with them live, and that'll bring some of their audience into you as well. Nobody cares, truck driver. Well, okay, what are you doing here? I'm not grabbing you by the shoulders and making you sit here. You sound very young. Wow, thank you. I'll take that. At 55, I'm still young. You have two ears and one mouth for a reason. You should listen twice as much as talking. You know what, man? That is a fucking lesson that I have learned the hard way. And at some points in my life, demonetized, I still have to do it. No, what was it this morning? I said something. I said something this morning to my girl, and she looked over and she goes, "I don't need you to mansplain it to me." I'm like, fucking what? She goes, "I don't need you to mansplain it to me." I'm like, it's like, all right, you got me. Like I drew a blank. It's like, all right, I got nothing. Are you wearing sunglasses right now? I'm not wearing sunglasses. No. If I need my reading glasses to read the chat. So no, I can't be wearing sunglasses right now. Oxyman, how's Curtis doing? As far as I know, Curtis is doing just fine. He's making a boatload of money doing where he's working. He's doing his apprenticeship, and he's doing really, really well. I don't talk to him as much as I should, or as much as I used to, but I know that he's doing good. I know I guess when I say that, I spoke to him about a week ago. So when I say I don't talk to him that much, I mean, like, I don't talk to him every day or every couple of days, but he checks in. He checks in probably every couple of weeks. Morning, dog. Good to see you. Holy shit. And I did not make the lot lizard comment. What the fuck? Well, dog, if I'm going to go become a lot lizard, that means you are too. You are too, old timer. We're going to put two old worn out fucking truck drivers out in a corner holding a sign. See how much money we can make. See, we might make more money doing that, dog, than we would actually trucking these days. I have a business plan for buying a lot of brand new trailers and renting them out. See, trailers have the lowest maintenance costs and just on some lights and tires and basically brakes. Agreed. That's not a bad plan, Pop-Tart. It's not a bad plan. You don't necessarily have to have brand new trailers. If that was my business plan, the only thing I would tweak it is I'd probably buy like a 1 or a 2 year old trailer. Let somebody else eat the depreciation, right? Let somebody else who bought it, let them buy it, eat the depreciation on the year, maybe year and a half or 2 years, and then pick up. You can still pick a 2 year old trailer is just as good pretty much as a brand new one. My info will be where you told me to put it, and so I'll have each other's. There you go. Okay, you stick it up there. I'll go look at it, and I'll be in touch, man. Good day to all you legends. SNS, damn good to see you, man. Are you sitting on the roof of the vehicle, cross-legged Indian style, gazing, chatting, sun? Hell no. Hell no. If I was to, Kurt Short, if I was to cross my legs Indian style, they'd be like that for the rest of my life. I'd be required to go to the hospital to have them unhinge me. Really. I'd have to be unhinged. Indians, I don't know. I watch my girl sits on the couch and she crosses her legs like that. It hurts me just to look at her do that, Or she'll take, she can take her, she's flexible, right? So she can take her legs and put them up, and fucking stretch and do the split. I'm like, fuck, man. Are you out of your fucking mind? That hurts just to look at. Never mind do. Sometimes I can't do it, obviously, because you won't ever strike a woman, but I see her do certain things and it's like, I just want to smack her. It's like, stop it. That's not human. Don't do that. Well, Johnny, I'm not doing the DDP, but I am doing something else along that lines. We started, I think we're in our third week now, dog. I think we're in our third week. So we're doing something. And at first I was skeptical, and I don't want to be. And I'll be honest with you, I like it, dude. I like it. And yes, I'm a little sore when I'm done, but you know what, man? The pain is the aches and the pains are worth it, right? And that's why you get massages, right? So you go get yourself a full body massage every couple of weeks. That helps with that. Okay says hi. Hi. See, I can rent the trailers to everyone, and they are still going to have maintenance on the trucks and fuel breakdowns. The drivers pay tolls, insurance, and everything, so the trailers should be good. Yeah, that's not a bad plan, Pop Tart. If you've got the upfront cash to do it, and you don't have to finance them too deeply, if you don't have to finance them too deeply, you might have to finance the trailers. But as long as you don't have to go balls deep in your financing, and you can keep your payment, below what you're going to charge the rental fee, and cover the cost, cover your fixed costs on that, or cover the fixed costs on the trailer. That's not a bad plan at all. The inclusion of isometrics is key. Now you're talking fucking Chinese, dude. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. A couple of years is intelligent, wheel burner. It is. It is. That's just what I would do. I shy away most of the time from brand new. Now, that's not to say I haven't bought brand new equipment before. I have. In my life, I've bought 2 brand new trucks. But most of the trucks that I've ever bought are usually anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years old. Only because for tax reasons and for other reasons, I prefer not to eat. I don't want to eat that depreciation, even though you can write that off. How I run my business as an incorporated business, I don't eat you can write it off, but the way I do it, it's more beneficial for me not to take that write off and to go another route. And Pop Tart, you've been doing this long enough. You probably know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it to you. Oh, sorry, got to grab another mouthful of coffee. I'm just killing it here. Isometric is engaging the muscle groups fully during a workout instead of individual muscle groups. Okay, well, doing what I'm doing does exactly that. Does exactly that. And I'll be honest with you. Like I said, dog, I'm enjoying it. I didn't think I would, but I am. And the more I do it, the more I'm actually enjoying it. The first time was like, I was dying, right? Fucking, I went home after the very first class, and I literally had to throw myself into a bathtub, and I thought I was dying, right? But after the second, third, classes and everything like that, no, man, it's actually really good. I'm actually I'm not going to sit here and saying it's a party and I'm having a great, I'm having a party doing it, but it's worth it to me at my age. Donna Chamberlain, I'm engaging. All right, engage. Fire away, Donna. The include yoga with it in the light weights. We are already into that. We use, we use very light weights. We're talking like 8 to 10 pound weights we're using. And, the blocks, dog, you know what I'm talking about, right? The blocks. So I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually enjoying this. It's not too bad. You're down to 236. That's good. Damn. You've really dropped. You were well over 3 and you're down to 236. That's fantastic, John. Absolutely fucking fantastic. I don't have a scale in my house. How funny is that, eh? I don't actually have a scale in my house. But the last time I weighed myself, I was around 230, 231, around there. And I've dropped. I'm comfortably in the 220s somewhere. I should probably go to Walmart and just go stand on a scale and see where I'm actually at. John Garrett, good to see you, man. Hey, wait. John, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Jay Gupta, good to see you, man. Isometric is like Asian horse stance, holding half squat. Hiya! Jay, how's it going, man? I'm doing really well this morning. I really am. I really, really am, man. No complaints. Look at that goddamn sky. That is an Alberta prairies sunrise you're looking at there, ladies and gentlemen. And it just don't get no better than that. They will be write-offs at the end of the year instead of paying taxes, have more to show for, but they will also be cheaper taxes on the registrations. I appreciate a couple of years. I appreciate the couple years and the depreciation. You know what, Pop-Tart? Far be it from me to ever in my life tell you what to do. You've been doing this a long time, honey. Everybody does their things a little bit different. They tweak their business this way. They do their business that way. You know what you've been doing? Obviously, you're still here and you're still rocking and rolling, so you're doing something right. So far be it from me to ever tell you. All I would do is I would look at your plan and maybe tweak it for my business. But your business plan is pretty solid. I can't poke holes in it. 489 pounds down to 236. Damn it, John, you dropped an entire person. That's an entire person. That's 225 or 235 pounds? Damn it, son. That's me. Right? I'm 225, let's say. You just dropped an entire person. It is intelligent. It is. And that's how we get through business these days, by making intelligent business decisions. You know, it's not like it was Pop-Tart 20 years ago where you buy a truck, you walk around, you got a wad of cash in your pocket, and you throw some fuel in the truck, you turn the key, and you run down the highway at 200 miles an hour with your hair on fire. Those days are long gone for us. Those were great days. Don't get me wrong. Those were great days. But nowadays, it's business. If you're an owner operator these days, you are a business person first, and you are a truck driver second. Whereas in the old days, you were just a good old boy truck driver, or in your case, just a good old girl truck driver. But those days are long gone for us. So nowadays, it's business. And I don't know anybody that's still in business today that's stupid. Well, that's not true either. I do. But most owner-operators that are running today and being profitable, and that's a big word, profitable. Anybody that's still running today and they're profitable, they're not just breaking even. They're not stupid people. They know what they're doing. And those are the people that I do my very best to surround myself with, because I don't have all the answers either, and I need advice as well sometimes. Chad, really nice looking skies today. Yeah, that's beautiful, eh? Nice little fluffy clouds going by. Beautiful sun. The heat coming in is it's like, I don't know, it's 12 degrees here right now. It's not that warm outside, but it's the heat coming in on the sun. I'm wearing a black hoodie, and I'll be taking it off in a few minutes. I remember the first trailer I ever bought. I was just so happy to have a trailer. I got burned on that. Well, Pop-Tart, we've all been burned. Okay, in my life, I've bought 8, right? 8 in my trucking career as an owner-operator over the last 25 years. I've bought 8 trucks. I didn't hit a home run with every one of them, believe me. Some of them I did. I knocked it out of the park. But some of them, I took my kick to the pills. I took my ass kicking, man. That thing dog tracked so bad, I remember eating up tires on it on one 500-mile trip. Yeah, it's funny is that the company that I used to work for, that I just came off of back in Ontario there, they've got anywhere from 10-year-old trailers, actually no, older than that. They're vans. They've probably got some 12, 15-year-old trailers, all the way up to some brand new, like we're talking within the last year or so trailers. And all of the older trailers ran down the highway straight as a fucking arrow. A good portion of the new ones that they bought all had to go back in and get realigned. They dog tracked so bad. You know, you're looking in your driver's side mirror, and all you see is the corner of the trailer. You look in your passenger side mirror, and you can damn near see the door handles on the trailer. You know what I'm talking about? SAS Special Forces, man, good to see you again. Thank you for coming back, brother. Good to see you. You're back for a little more brain damage. Hey, come get it, man. It's here. All the brain damage you can handle, free of charge. I won't even charge you for the brain damage I'm going to give you this morning. Or that you're going to get this morning. I ain't going to give it to you, but the brain damage you're going to incur, it's free of charge, brother. All yours. Oh. Oh, that coffee. Every time I get a mouthful of coffee, it's like heaven all over again. The rental business is all about the market area and the size of destination. Very true. Very true. Guard dog correct. So I've been focusing on brokers, renting them to brokers, posting them up at shippers as well. It's a lot more than saying it's a bunch. No, that's a good point. It's a good point. Guard dog, I'll check that out as soon as we're done here, brother. As soon as we're done here. SAS, I'm in, you know what? Whatever that flag is. What flag is that? What country is that? I don't have a clue what the country that is. Badass Rat Rod? Okay, I'll take a look. You know I'm going to love that guy. You know I love that kind of shit. Absolutely. It's Turkey. Is that the Turkish flag? Damn, why didn't you say that? You're in Turkey poo? You're in Turkey poo. Well, guess what, SAS? The guy right above you there, Tolga, he's in Turkey too. We got two Turkish in here. Uh-oh. We got to walk out. We got to look out. We got two Turks in the house. At least the Turkish are not like the British. If you get 3 or more Brits, they start fucking getting together. They start drinking Guinness and start contemplating how to take over the world. Right? At least the Turkish aren't like that. They may sit around and have a few drinks, but at least they're not contemplating and planning world domination. Pop-Tart, great to see you this morning. Thank you so much. Hopefully, let's see you again. Let's see a little more of you. Looks like Dubai. I don't know what the flag for Dubai is either. Thank you, Pop-Tart. You enjoy your meal. Hopefully there's a bathroom close by. Everybody knows Tolga, eh? It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter whose chat you go in. You go to my chat, there's Tolga. You go to Best, there's Tolga. I think Shannon Thomas is live right now. You go over there. Tolga's probably over there too. Anywhere you go, you'll find Tolga. International man of mystery. Am I doing great? Man, I'm doing really, really well this morning. I really am. SAS, I'm doing, again, I had, like I said earlier, the hardest thing I had to do this morning was get out of bed and leave a beautiful woman laying there. If that's the biggest problem I've got in life today, geez. Chic is meaning the view, I guess. Show the Lambos. Ain't no Lambos here. Ain't no Lambos here. I certainly ain't driving a Lambo. And if I had the money, like if I had that kind of fuck you money, I probably wouldn't drive a Lambo. I wouldn't buy one. You know what I would do? If I was going to buy a Lambo, I'd go buy a Countach. Right? Like an 82 or an 83 Countach. what was it, the SVT or something like that Lamborghini did, the special edition. I think they only came in red, white, and black. I would definitely buy that Lambo, but I wouldn't buy any of the new ones. Can't find them, grind them. Well, fuck. You go out in the highway nowadays, you'll see lots of that, brother. I won't buy sports cars, but that doesn't mean I won't drive them, or I won't rent them. You can rent them here. You can go rent a Lambo here. You can go rent a McLaren here. Anything you want, you can rent it here. I've never looked at the price. I've never had the desire to. I'll be honest with you, I can't get in and out of the damn things. You know, I can't get in and out of the damn things. It would be like, picture this, like I'm 6'2", 225 pounds, right? Trying to get in and out of a Lamborghini would be like me getting on and off of a Harley Sportster, like a little Sportster. It's impractical. Once I got in the Lambo, I could probably drive it. I'd be okay. But getting in and out of it, I'd need a crane. Literally, I would need a crane to get my butt in and out of that. Dropped a new short for the biker build-off yesterday, as per your advice, Wheel Burners. Salty, I didn't see it. I didn't get a notification. I am subbed to you. I did not get that notification, but hold on a second. I'm just going to screenshot this because I go back on my... I can't write it down because I'll forget. By the end of this live, Salty, I'll forget that you put that up. So I just got to screenshot this so I will remember when I'm done here, when I get home and I start going through my messages and shit, and I'll go check it out. Red Lady, good morning. Hopefully you're having a good morning, sweetheart. Things are settled for you. You're getting a little more harmonic in your life. Testarossa, a $10,000 deposit. Harmon, that seemed a little steep for a rental. A $10,000 deposit for a Testarossa? I don't know what you can buy a Testarossa. Obviously, they don't make them anymore, but I don't know what you can buy one for. But I think that'd be a little steep. Mind you, again, bro, I could be wrong as hell because, like I said, I've never looked at it. Like I know where their place is. There's two of them in Calgary where I can go rent these supercars. But I've never taken the time because it's not really practical for me to do. $10,000 deposit for half a day. Holy crap. This number one thing he keeps reminding me who is the most mouthy and kind of annoying, to be honest. Well, maybe mouthy. You are mouthy, Tolga. But annoying? Hell no. You've never been annoying. Rolls Royce, much better. Oh, yeah, get the Vantage. Oh, that's a good looking car. And see, that I could drive. That I can drive. I can get in and out of it, right? That I can drive. But Jesus, any of like the Bugattis or the McLaren or the Ferraris, or I can't get in and out of. I can try put on YouTube the war in Turkey, Australia, America. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're going to put that on YouTube? I'm a pretty big historian fan. Like I love history, and I do really enjoy the history of war. Starting as far back, I guess. I'm not like a huge historian, but going as far back as like when you go to World War I, and all the way up to current date, up to present time. The history. I like to find out all the intricacies that have gone on in the war and all the behind the scenes stuff that went on that the general public doesn't know about. Especially a lot of the stuff that, having to do with World War II and that kind of stuff. Who started World War II? I think England, didn't England start it? I think they started it by snubbing Hitler. I think the Brits technically, I think the Brits started it. I think the Germans fired the first shot, though. Rolls-Royce ain't that expensive, actually. Maintenance costs are crazy. That's the reason people are thinking that it's just for the super rich. Well, I'll give you an example here, okay? I had a chance a few years ago to buy an older 308, right? A Ferrari 308, same car as in Magnum PI. And this was the GT. And I had a chance to buy it. It came up for sale. And this is Canadian funds, right? This is Canadian funds. And it wasn't unreasonably priced. It was about $85,000. So I went and did my research on it. I'm like, okay, it's fairly reasonable to buy. The purchase price on it to buy is reasonable, okay? But the maintenance on these things, even the older ones, like a set of brakes to do all four to do a set of brakes on that car was like $5,100. $5,100. Dude, I want new brakes on it before I buy it, and it didn't have new. Oh, same with oil changes. I think the oil change was like $900 for a service maintenance on it. I'm like, nah. You know what? No. Now, mind you, if I would have bought it, it's not like I would have been doing oil changes regularly, because it wouldn't have been an everyday driver. But if you're going to spend $85,000 on something, you don't want it sitting in your garage under a sheet either, right? You'll want to drive it, you'll want to play with it, you want to have fun with it. But I had the chance to do it. But after I saw the maintenance on it and what's required and the cost, no thanks. I'll look at it, and it's just as well that I didn't buy it, because it would have been totally impractical for me to buy. It's 3 times as expensive over there. I mean, at least Costco can go up to 10 times higher in some cases. Adam Bennett. Sorry, man, getting a mouthful of coffee there, Adam. Great to see you, man. How the hell you doing this morning? Good morning, Miss Thomas. How are you this morning? Did you actually, are you trucking? Hold on, let me think what you said yesterday. You were starting here, you were going there, so I know you're on the road. Hopefully you're doing a little bit of a reset and you're relaxing a bit. Probably having a nice steak for breakfast. Well, for you, it's 10:25 where you are, so you're an hour, 2 hours ahead of me. Hopefully you're doing well this morning, sweetheart. The bigger R, the dumber they are, is David and Goliath talk. Just did your truck? Okay, just did your morning cafe. Obviously, sorry, I wasn't there. I was walking my pet goldfish. I couldn't be there. I had my goldfish out for a walk. Sorry. Hanging with Snorlord and the family today. Well, you know what? Pass on my best wishes to Mr. Snorlord and his loveliness. Tell them I said hi. Yeah, Tolga, I know you were, Tolga. You were bouncing back and forth. Shannon, what do you think of the sunrise here? You got that out in Missouri? If the duel was legal, it wouldn't be only wild animals have the largest in charge and have feelings with failure to communicate. Unfortunately, everyone's scared to meet Jesus. Why would you be Jesus Christ is not my Lord and Savior. It's not the form of religion or spirituality that I follow. But if it was, why would you be afraid to meet? I'm not saying you are, Eric. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you are. I'm just bouncing off your comment. Why, if that's your Lord and Savior, and that's who's going to save you, and that's who's going to, why would people be afraid of that? Why would people be afraid of that? I'm just curious. I'm asking because I don't know. right? I'm asking because I don't know. It's pretty bright here in Missouri. Shirley's in Missouri. Everybody needs a good day. Look at that. Here, we'll move that. Sun is absolutely stunning this morning. Absolutely stunning this morning, man. I'm absolutely loving the sunrise this morning. It's nice and warm too. It's coming in. I'm at 13 degrees here right now, so it's not all that warm outside. But the sun coming in the windshield, right on my, it's hitting me right where bottom of my chin, all the way down to the middle of my belly, and it's quite nice. It's sunny and beautiful here as well. Me and Dee Dee did the live and took our morning walk at the same time. That's how you do it. Suck up the love, Shannon. And that's what I was talking about. Shannon's doing exactly what I was talking about earlier. You surround yourself with good people, right? I know where she is. I know the people she's surrounded herself with. I know the people that she surrounded herself with in business and in her personal life, and that's what I was talking about. You know, you will, if you surround yourself with good people, it will only elevate your game. It'll only elevate you to the next level of being a better person as well. DA, if you believe in heaven, then why do you wear a seatbelt? But you know what, man? If I didn't have to wear a seatbelt, I wouldn't. But unfortunately, it's the law. And like most cars, if I don't put my goddamn seatbelt on, this thing will keep chiming. It'll chime and beep and chime. It'll drive you nuts. It'll drive you nuts. I am not, believe it or not, I am not an advocate for seatbelts. And I say that just from my own life's experience where, twice I've been in some pretty horrific car wrecks. One of those times, I was ejected from the car, and the fact that I was ejected saved my life because I was a passenger in that car. And if I would have had a seatbelt on and I wasn't ejected, I would be sitting here talking to you dead. Okay? So seatbelts for me are not something that I push. Please remember to rest and drink some water while streaming. I am very well hydrated today. Trust me. I've got water into me before I got here. I'm just sipping on a coffee right now. I do have some water with me, a bottle of water with me. What state is this, Shirley? I'm actually Canadian. Now take it easy, Shirley. Take it easy. I'm Canadian. I'm friendly, right? Well, we Canadians are nice. And no, I'm not going to be your 51st state, but I'm in Canada, and surely I'm in the province. Our provinces are like your states, right? So I'm in the province of Alberta. If you don't know where that is, well, if you're in Missouri, you probably know where Alberta is. But if I go 3 hours south of where I'm at right now, I'll be in Montana. No, it's not smoke from Canada yet, although the wildfire, remember we were talking yesterday, Badger, and the day before I was sitting there saying, well, the season is coming and we're literally waiting for well, it's burning. It's burning about 450 miles north, actually pretty much due north of where I'm sitting right now. The wildfires have started. It is burning, and they are already evacuating upwards, I think about 100 miles north of Edmonton. I know this means nothing to you guys. You don't know where Edmonton would be, right? But about 400 miles north of Edmonton is where the as far as you can go. They're evacuating from the fire zone all the way down to about 100 miles north of Edmonton. They're evacuating towns and small towns and cities and shit like that. And transport is all being rerouted. You can't take, like, if I had a load that was going up there, I couldn't go. I'd have to be rerouted. So the smoke's coming, right? It just hasn't made it that far yet. We don't have it here yet, but it will be here. Where I live here, it will be here. We'll have it probably any day now. There will be a haze of some sort coming through. I'll be happy to send you some though, Salty. I can bottle it up and ship it to you if you really want some American or Canadian smoke. Kiana, where am I? Well, I'm in Canada, man. I'm out in Alberta. I am not an advocate for seatbelts. Well, neither am I. Neither am I. Teamwork makes the dream work. I agree. Absolutely agree. You know, most of the people that I know that are in this business that are successful, if you look at them and then if you look at the people that they surround themselves with, they are usually successful too. And that's for a reason, right? That's for a reason. They make them now where you can't even put them in. What? You can't even put them in here without a seatbelt on. What are you talking about? You can't put what in? Sorry, am I misreading that, Ryan? They make them now where you can't even put them in here without a seatbelt on. Do you gotta be it, keep it, not come, is it be? Oh, I love you to indoor. I'm going to try to translate that, but my translation skills this morning just don't seem to be working. Between you and car wash guy, I'm very sorry. I'm not catching what you're saying. My grandparents live in Michigan, so I know a few Canadians, and they're great people. They're good people. Canadians are really good people. Don't judge Canadians on our government. That's where people laugh and go, oh, because you hear about the stupid shit our government does, and our prime minister is a joke, an absolute joke. You know, and that's the face of our country to the rest of the world. Unfortunately, that's not what the Canadian people are or who they are. If you truly know some Canadian people, you know that if you look at it in like Canadian and American. If you take a small town in Canada, and let's just use Alberta, you take a small town in Alberta with a population of, say, 15,000 people, and you go somewhere into Missouri where you live and find a small town with 15,000 people, there's a lot more similarities than there are differences, trust me. Where are the planes they took out of retirement for California? I think two of them crashed. Claudio, nice guy. Nice. You like that? I'm loving this guy. We got some clouds coming in, but hey, I'll take a little cloud cover right now, considering my ass is on fire. Yes, free American, just like free Palestine. I don't think you need to free America. Woo, look at that. He's here. Jason Rules is in the house. Look at you go, man. JJ, I got to ask you a question. Jason, I got to ask you a question. And this is just between you and me. Let's forget that anybody else is here. Okay? And my question is this. Son, did your mother not fucking give you enough attention? I mean, like, 2 years you've been chasing me around. 2 years you've been at this. And I gotta say, man, like, you have dedicated a lot of time and energy into this between YouTube on my channel and other people's channel and doing what you're doing here, and the emails you send, and like, that is a lot. Like, there are trolls on YouTube, and then there are people like you, and this isn't, you're not a troll, dude. You're obsessed. This is an obsession. Like I'm starting to feel the fact that you love me. I honestly think you love me. I do. You love me and you admire me. You really do. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking, like, what is it? Because you doing what you're doing has no bearing whatsoever on my life. You just keep putting this up and keep doing what you're doing, and it has zero bearing on my life whatsoever. There is nothing that you can do, right? What? Keep going. You're doing great. All you're doing is giving me free entertainment, and you're wasting precious hours of your life. Like like I said, did your mom not give you enough love or enough hugs? Do you need a hug, Jason Rules? Do you need a hug? If you need a hug, come on out to Strathmore here, and come on over. You know where I'm at. It's not hard to figure where I'm at right now in Strathmore. Come on over to the car. I'll get out of the car and I'll give you a hug, man. I really will. If that's what you need, then you know what? Come on back. Tolga, do me a favor and untime him out. Bring him back. Bring him back. Let him come back. Let him talk. I'm just curious about what you're doing in life, you know, and saying like, first of all, a good portion of what you're saying is false. It's a lie. So if you're lying to get your narrative across, and that's not good. Everybody in here can see what you're doing and knows what you're doing. And nobody really gives a shit. Really, nobody cares. Look around this chat. Do you see anybody giving a damn? Right? Anybody give a damn what you're saying? The only one giving a damn is you, buddy. Thank you for the view. Thank you for the view. And thank you for spending your precious time doing this. Take another picture. My lawyer is loving it. Take a picture of what? I've seen that guy a few times in your chats. It seems like different names all the time. I wasn't sure if it was all the same person. It seems excessive. Yeah. It's the same, that Dar Brown there, same guy, Jason Rules. You know, whatever. It's just, you know, he needs a hug. Everybody send Jason Rules some love, please. He needs a hug. You know, where he runs around and he does a little digging and he gets information from that's openly public and then makes it look like he investigated it and got it and, you know, and figured it out. Ooh, I figured this out and look what I found on you. It's all out there, dude. There's nothing you're going to put up here that is not already public, right? There's nothing that's not public. So you're not finding or digging anything up. And the other source where you are getting your information from should be very, very, very careful what they are giving you. Really. You really need a hug there, JJ. You really do. But again, thanks for the view. I'll take it. You just keep doing what you're doing. Any information you have is pretty much wrong. Am I unemployed? Who says I'm unemployed? How do you know I haven't already worked today? How do you know? Like, you don't have a clue. How do you know my truck isn't running right now with somebody else driving it? How do you know that? Like, there is so much that you just don't know. You just assume. Again, you know what, Jason? Everything that you put up there, right there, half of what you put up there is wrong. And the other half of that information, dude, it's public knowledge. Anybody can go find that out. So you're not putting anything up there and writing it all in capitals like that. You're not putting anything up there that's new or that's of any consequence to anything. Do you really think like this is a fucking issue or a problem? The only issue or problem is you. You have the issue and you have the problem. And I think it's because you just have a man crush on me. You love me. I think you love me. I really do. Can schizophrenia create imaginated lawyers? You know what, Tolga? It probably can. Xavier, I have schizophrenia actually, and my lawyer is right here. Say hi. There you go. right? There you go. He is. I feel bad for him as well. I'm to the point now where like you don't even get pissed off. You can't even get angry. All you can do is feel sorry for him. Like, dude, like go get a life. You obviously don't have a life. Why don't you direct some of that energy somewhere else and go do something nice for yourself? Sitting in your mom's basement is not a life, dude. Right? It's really not. I keep losing my own cases because the judge says I can't be my own lawyer. What am I paying? Xavier, what are you paying him? And what are you paying him in? Animal crackers? It went from wholesome forest fire chatting to get the hell out of here, Jason. Well, he walked in and he stepped in it. Literally, he walked in and stepped in it. What do you want me to do, right? Every channel, or not every channel, but a good portion of channels, they've all got one. They've all got one. Victoria's at home. Oh my goodness. Again, how do you know? Dude, how do you know? And I got to ask you, why do you put Brian Brown? Everybody here knows my name. Really, they do. Like, everybody here knows my name. It's Brian Brown. Like, you feel you need to put my name up there. That's interesting. That's interesting. Like, you're unraveling your mental status to all of us here, right? You're unraveling it as you go along here. We know Brian Brown lies. Well, you've yet to fucking put up anything that says a lie, right? You've yet to put up anything that I've lied about. But I call you out there, big boy. If I'm lying about something, fucking say it. The fact that what bothers you, and this is the truth, what bothers you is the fact that this is YouTube. And this is a platform for entertainment purposes. And just because I'm not like every other single YouTuber, or not every other YouTuber, but other YouTubers where I blast my personal life all over YouTube, because I don't. And you don't like that for some reason. And for some reason, as a subscriber, because you've got 3 channels now subscribed to me, the fact that you as a subscriber don't listen, don't get to hear my personal life, my finances, my relationships, my family, because I don't blast that out there and give it to you guys, because that's not what this channel's about. This channel's about fucking trucking or whatever, or hanging out, watching sunsets, sunrises, whatever. That's what the channel's about. But because I don't give you, my personal life, and for some reason you feel that you're entitled to it. What is your sense of entitlement here that you feel that you're entitled to know what Xavier doesn't need to know what my personal life is, right? People aren't here to listen to my personal life because I don't put it out there. But for some reason, you are absolutely obsessed with thinking that you need to know what my personal life is, and then, taking it and blasting it all over the place. What good is it? I don't think there's nobody in here that feels that they need to know what my personal life is. Again, he can't even afford to smoke his cigars. How do you know? So he smokes reserve smokes. Yes, I do. This channel is all about lies. Brian Brown. Some of us know the real Brian. Well, you're right here, dude. If you want, I'll end this stream right now. I tell you what, because you're not a troll, but you are a coward. and there's nothing worse than cowardice. There's really nothing worse than cowardice in life, right? A man that's a coward is the low of the low, and you are a coward, my man. But I tell you what I'll do. I will end this stream. I will end this stream right now, and I'll go on StreamYard, and I'll drop the link, and how about you come on in? And then I will shut up. I will shut up for 20 minutes. I'll give you 20 minutes free time. You can say whatever you want, right? But do it live on StreamYard and put your face on the screen. Now that would be what a man would do. A man would stand face to face and say these things to me, which you won't. Because you know, Jason, that somewhere down the line, I know you're somebody that I know. I just haven't taken the time or energy to figure out who you are. But somewhere down the line, I know who you are. And when you know, once I know who you are, then you're going to have an issue. And then the gig will be up. That's called cowardice. I have no time or respect for cowardice. And my friend, you are a coward. Come stand in front of me and say this. Or not even in front of me. Come stand on YouTube. I'll give you the link. I'll give you 20 minutes free time. I'll sit there and be quiet for 20 minutes. I'll mute my mic and let you fucking go. Say whatever you want to say. I won't stop you. Bullies are the worst of a man, actually. You know what? Rich, you're right. They are. And most bullies are very cowardice. Did I cheat with his wife? I don't think he's got a wife, honestly. When you're a man like that, I don't think there's a woman around that would touch you. Honestly. Gibby, what's the purpose of this live? Well, right now we're just dealing with a stalker, because he's not even a troll, right? We're just dealing with a stalker that's really got nothing better to do. I got no problem dealing with anybody in my life. I really don't. I prefer to do it face to face, and I don't mean in a physical confrontation. I'm not going to get physically violent with anybody. But if you're gonna say things about me, say them to my face. Man up, like grow a set of balls. Coming in here and putting my name, my girlfriend's name, or, whatever, and and I everything I say is lies. There's not a single person in here that gives a flying fart, really, about that. So why do it? It's all about your ego and making yourself feel good. Now, I haven't seen him. He hasn't put a comment in here in about 5 minutes. It's probably because his mom told him that his grilled cheese sandwich is ready. He has to come in for lunch. Man up like you, Brian Brown. Oh, there we go. I love it. Brian Brown. Everybody, my name is Brian Brown, and I endorse this comment. Man up to what you did to your ex-wife. Why would it be anybody's business about my personal life between me and my ex-wife? And above and beyond, what do you know about what happened between me and my ex-wife? Really, dude? You don't see me out here fucking saying anything about her. Well, you think she's innocent and all this in a 25-year marriage? You think she's been totally innocent? You don't hear me saying anything. But yet here you are. No balls in hand. Exactly, Salty. Everything on the internet isn't true. I didn't know that. I thought Google knows everything. Fine Duck, I put the beats on her? No, that certainly didn't happen. This guy really knows, and Exactly. It's a man crush, Rich. I think secretly he loves me and he wants me and he can't have me. That's what it is, right? Jason Rules, which is who this guy is, right? That keeps coming in here with all these different names, right? Victoria Magnum Services, that's Jason Rules. All the different names he keeps jumping accounts. Hey, what the fuck? It's like it's a love crush. It's a man crush. He's got to get his piece of gay, and it's not happening here. So what the hell? He's in love with me, and I appreciate the love. I do. He could be close to me. No, he lives in Cambridge, Ontario. So he's about 2,800 miles due east of me. If he won't dare get close to me. Okay, he would never dare get close to me. I'm telling you. There's not a chance in hell that he would come stand in front of me. And again, it's not because I would beat him up, because I wouldn't. He wouldn't be worth the assault charge. That's the first thing. And second of all, it's just not my nature today to go down that route. But, you're really upset about this. It sounds like you need some professional help. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what? There are probably some good psychiatrists and psychologists out there that could probably help you with this, man. Really. He needs to put the cuckoo back in the clock. Sick? Exactly. 100%. Exactly. But you know what they say, sick? Sometimes there's no putting the cuckoo back in the clock. Once that fucker's out, it's out. Exactly, 2-4. Yeah, exactly. Close as knowing? Whatever. He got, you know what, guys? He got his 5 minutes of fame here this morning. He got his name up there, and he got his comments in there, and he's sitting at home right now, and he's gently stroking himself because he got his name, and he's happy, and he's horny. So, you know what? Jason Rules one thing. Exactly. Quinn, thank you. Thank you. Jason Rules one thing in his right hand. Yeah. Damn strokers. There you go. Clouds not moving, bro. They're not? I don't know if they're moving. Yeah, well, they're moving, but they're moving at a real slow pace here. I don't know. I saw that guy go down the field. I don't know what he was doing down there. The world isn't moving. Oh, that means, well, if the world stops, I'm getting off. Jeff, I'm going to take a break. Quinn, it could be his left hand. Well, no, he's stroking with his right, making his left jealous. That's what he's doing. I'm telling you. Fuck the world, I want to get off. You and what are me? I agree. I think the original saying is stop the world, I want to get off, but I'll go with yours. I like yours better. Fuck the world, I want to get off. Let's see what we can do here. Hot Wang. Nice name. Oops, sorry, those are my fingers. Don't mind that. We're just gonna turn the camera around. The sun's tucked in behind a cloud, and we got a little sky. It's not in my eyes anymore. So, what did I miss? Ate breakfast and watched Mobland. Oh, fantastic show. We are right into that show. Mobland, absolutely 100%. Sterling, be forewarned. He is here. Mobland is probably, like it's our go-to right now. Like we are absolutely Jonesy. It's like in our house, Mobland is like cocaine. We're just fucking snorting it up, man. Love it. Love it. Whew. I don't think we need 2 pairs of glasses. Let's shake those. Time for a trim. I was supposed to go yesterday and get that taken care of. Whew. Thanks for the fame. It felt good. It did it? I don't know what happened with you and your ex-wife. It only ain't my business. Well, Nick, and that's just the way it is. That's life right now. My personal life doesn't go out on YouTube. Some people do. Some people do. Some people, they got no problem with that. And they talk about their marriage, their relationships and all this. My YouTube channel is not designed for that. It's designed for entertainment purposes. And more importantly, it's for my entertainment. Just as much my entertainment as yours. Really, it is. I get a kick out of doing this. I enjoy doing it. It's fun. Why not fucking do it? Right? My personal life is nobody's business. If you know me personally, like you are a friend of mine, then you know what's going on with certain aspects of my personal life. But if you're not, why would you? Why would you? Thank you, Shannon. Looking good, feeling good this morning. Looking good is one thing, but feeling good is the main thing. Looking good and feeling good are two different things. If you can nail both at the same time, good day for you. Today I'm doing all right. I'm looking pretty. I need a little bit of. I got to crop this, get rid of this. I got to go see my guy and get the. They do the straight edge razor on here. I take this right down to the wood and shave. Yeah, we're due for a trim. I got this getting a little out of, I got to get this all cleaned up and get the cuts put back in. You guys should get a charity tax break for for letting him in here. Actually, you know what? We should tariff it. Ryan, we should tariff it somehow or another. Can you imagine seeing someone's personal bathroom? It's along the same lines. It's none of anybody's fucking business. What goes on in my home is none of anybody's business. What goes on in your home is none of your business. It's none of my business. What you do in your home and your personal life and your finances and your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fucking mistress, whatever. If that's what you got, go get it. If you want to put it out on YouTube, people are going to fucking say something and do something about it, probably. You're going to end up with Jason Rules. But if you don't, this guy's just an obsessed. I am his obsession. And I'm good with that. We should get a chat. I like that. We're gonna tariff him though. What do you think about weird rainbow people? Mundo, that's a pretty ignorant comment, to be honest with you. That really is, right? That's a pretty ignorant comment, to be honest with you. Rainbow people. Everybody's got their rights to live any which way that they want, right? Any which way they want. If you want to be straight, be straight. If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to be bi, be bi. If you want to be a them, they, their, that, whatever. If you want to be any one of the letters on the end of LGBTQ, fucking do it. Absolutely fucking do it. Go live your life, man. I got no problem with it, and I'll respect anything you want to do. If by making a comment like that, all it's doing is showing that there's ignorant people in this world. Mundo can suck my cock backwards and upside down. That'd be a trick. There are weird people, all segments of society. You're right, Puttycat. It doesn't matter where you go in life or what you do in life. You can move from one end of the country to the other, and you can go from one country to another or whatever. You are going to run into fucking weirdos. You really are. I have. You know, I've run into my fair share of weird people. I'm sure at some point or another, somebody's looked at me and went, that's a fucking weird dude. Okay. I look like a professor. Hopefully not the professor from Gilligan's Island. The shorter beard looks super good. Oh, I'm actually gonna go like get it even trimmed up and cleaned up a little more. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had it done and got the whole deal done. So I'm due for another one. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but it didn't happen. U.S. question mark. U.S. what? What are my thoughts on the U.S.? I love the U.S. Well, I love the American people. I don't necessarily agree with all of the American politics, but the American people, I got no problem with that. Sterling's an American. I love Sterling. I give you a link. Sure, you want to drop a link on your channel? I'll come in. I'll come hang out. Anybody that any of the trolls or anybody in here, and John Adams, I'm not saying you're a troll. Don't get the wrong idea. But anybody in here that does the oh shut up or oh go away or oh get off of YouTube or oh this is boring, oh this or oh that. You know what? My response to you is simply this: if you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't like this channel, that's fine. If you're going to criticize me or how I do or what I'm doing on this channel, go get your own channel. Go get your own channel. Go do it. I challenge you. Go do it. Go do it. Go sit and do whatever you're going to do and do a 4-hour or 5-hour live stream every single day, like 6-7 days in a row, and you do it. And then I'll come into your chat and see how well you're doing. You know, I'm not doing this for for shits. I am doing this for shits and giggles. I really am. I got really angry and weird look from my wife the other day during sex. Turns out it didn't help that she was looking at me through the window. Dude, that's a bad day at the office, any which way you look at that. I'm from the USA and crazy as a box of rocks. Well, you know what? I love a lot of Americans, and I can probably sit there and say that, you know what? I know a lot of Americans. They're absolutely batshit crazy, and I love it. We got a guy in here, and that's his name, batshit crazy. If they don't like what they see here, exactly, scroll on. Scroll on. I don't have anybody by the shoulders, and I'm sitting you in front of your fucking screen making you be here. Just fuck off and go. Name a car. A 63 split window Corvette. My ears can show a middle finger if you want. Oh my God. I look like a professor. Well, I don't know what a professor looks like. I'll be honest with you. I never went to university. So I wouldn't know what a professor looks like. All I've got is what a professor looks like on TV. You know, wear a suit and tie and you look like a professor. Not happening. Not happening. That's the worst joke I ever heard. Well, Putty Cat comes in and lays out usually 3 or 4 jokes, and out of the 3 or 4 that Putty Cat drops, they might only get one good one. The other 3 might be a little lame, but usually you'll get one that sticks. Exactly, Putty Cat. If you don't like it, then keep going. Why are you still here? If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I'm not charging you to be here. It's free. I kind of look like a lawyer. I'd have made a great lawyer. I'd have made a great lawyer. I should have been a lawyer. When I was in my senior year in high school, and that would have been like 1987. I don't know if they still do this anymore. Actually, I know they don't do it because all of my kids went through high school, obviously, right? But we had to do these tests. It was sort of like an aptitude test, and it was like 300 questions, And you had to go through all the questions and fill in the boxes and everything like that. And based on that, they took all of these answers for each of the students, and supposedly it would give an idea to the school or the education system in which way to push these kids. Like, should they, the doctors, this. Mine came up as two. I came up as I was either going to go into politics or I was going to become a lawyer, which is, they're pretty closely related, right? Now, luckily for you guys, I didn't do either. I did not go into politics, and I did not become a lawyer. Now, I've used a few lawyers. I've probably bought at least 3 boats worth of lawyers. But, hey, what can you do, right? You need a lawyer once in a while. I'm not going to be surprised if Rockstar will declare another delay. Don't smoke too much. I'll do my best. I'll buy that for $1. Buck, there ain't a whole lot you won't buy for $1, dude. Love you, buddy. Love you. He likes your content. He don't like your mods. Well, I love my mods. My mods got big hammers. I can guarantee that GTA 6 will be played on a PS6. Well, you guarantee that? I will take that to the bank. Where the fuck am I gonna go? If I'm here, I'm here in the first place. Well, there you go, George. But at least, if you're gonna be here, pipe in. Pipe in. Say something constructive. Throw a topic out that you want to talk about. And no, we're not talking about hookers and blow. We did that the other day. That topic is off the table, okay? We're not doing hookers and blow today. What did Sterling say? Okay. Dry fit whoosh, swoosh. Dry fit swoosh. Nice name, man. Mine came up as porn star, then I pulled my dink out. Steal from factory worker. George Gregg, you are you're a steel factory worker? I don't know. My professor looks like this guy. Well, dude, do not take an education. You don't want to take an education from me. Really. I don't have the ability to teach you a subject, but I've lived a pretty fucking varied life. Like I've lived a lot. So I know a little bit about everything, but I don't know a lot about one thing. How's that? Dual wielding pistols. You want to get into Sanzu? You want to get into a pistol draw contest? I'll do that with you. Name a truck for an edit. A 1981 Marmon. Go look that one up, Sterling. 1981 Marmon. Welcome back, home cheesecake. Pipe in. Okay, I just smoked some really good weed. That is a nice way to start your day. Mind you, I don't know what time zone you're in, but hey, if that's what you did to get your day started, good way to start it. I got no problem. You want to smoke a joint? Knock yourself out. Some facts about me. I'm 6'5" straight out of Albania and built different. Well, Mundo, everybody's built a little different. 6'5" though, you're a goddamn skyscraper. It sucks when you're that tall. Like I'm not 6'5", I'm 6'2", but you get drunk and you fall down. That's a long way to go. That's like watching a fucking tree fall in the forest, right? At 6'5", it must take you, about 4 seconds to hit the ground when you fall down? Getting back up is a motherfucker too at 6'5". What do you think about the decline in sales in bicycles in South Korea? I have not even given a second thought to anything of that nature. Into bicycle sales in South Korea? That sucks. You're Irish or Scottish, I can tell. Scottish. Well, my heritage. I'm Icelandic, Scottish, German is my heritage. Like when I did the Ancestry.ca thing where they trip out your DNA and then they show you, what your heritage is, your heritage line, and where your DNA comes from, and they track, So my first was Icelandic, My second was Scottish. My third was German. Which, like I said yesterday, just means I'm a drunk Viking. Greetings from Birmingham, Alabama. My daughter loves your channel. Could you say, oh, come on, God Eater. Try harder. Try harder. I'm at university and people there are stupid. Well, just because they're there doesn't mean they're bright. I can tell you this, John, in all honesty, I've met some people, I know people that are university educated, and I mean highly, highly educated people. And in the world of life, they're the dumbest fucking people you've ever met. Scholastically, yes, they're very intelligent people scholastically, but you take that person out of the classroom or you take that person out of the business boardroom and you put them on a street corner somewhere, oh my God, are they dumb, right? But then on the other hand, I've met some people in walks of life that have grown up living on the streets that are some of the smartest fucking people that I know. Whew, you guys getting that wind? It just came flying out of nowhere. Randy Orton, the legend killer. I'm not a wrestling guy. Why is everyone stupid? Well, stupid is a relative term as to, you know, what one person finds. If one person finds another person stupid, it would only be based on the degree of education to the person calling that person stupid. If you got someone that's really smart and they're calling somebody stupid, it's because that guy's really smart. Either way, I guarantee you, everybody at some point in their life is going to be stupid. And everybody at some point in their life is probably going to be intelligent. I know a little about a lot, but not a lot about one thing. Yeah, that's the way you should probably go through life. At least that's how I do. You know, I know a little bit about a lot of shit. But if you want to talk about fucking astronomy or something, no. I know what it is. I know a little bit about it, but I don't know a lot about it. The decline of sales of bicycles in Korea is a very important topic and should be discussed carefully. Let me think about that for, give me 5 days to think about that. John sounds like he's a keyboard warrior. Who cares how tall you are? Hey, you know what? Throw it up. I think I'd rather know a little bit about a lot than a lot. Well, that's the way I do it. You know, you don't always have to be the smartest one in the room. That's another lesson I learned very, very, very early in life. And although I've not always been successful with applying that, some of that is ego and pride. But you know what? I've learned that usually if you're in a room with a bunch of people, and I say in a room, I mean like, you know, say you're in a whatever, you're at a party or you're whatever, who knows. And there's, 60 people all standing around talking. The smartest guy or girl in the room is usually the one off to the side, just sitting there watching. Just sitting there watching. That's usually the smartest person in the entire room. You don't need to open your mouth to be the smartest person in the room. Usually the one that's doing the most this is usually the one that's got the pride and ego problem. They're lacking something. Are you satisfied with the current administration? Hammers, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm Canadian. But if you want to talk about my administration being our fucking liberal government, hell no. Are you out of your goddamn mind, Hammers? Not only hell no, fuck no. Fuck no. I've got a saying that I use about our current prime minister and the prime minister before. And I actually had to stop using it because I got into trouble with YouTube. And but I'll just say this: if Prime Minister Carney, our Prime Minister, Canada, and the previous Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, if either of them were drowning in my swimming pool, the only way I would save their life. I can't finish that because YouTube, I'll take a strike. There's only one. You guys have heard me say it before. You're welcome to, if you know the answer, print it up there. Shout out from the Philippines. Beautiful, from the Philippines. Thank you for being here from the Philippines. It's in the face, my friendly ghost. My face, Casper, my friendly ghost. What do you think about the best said about, what best said about Shannon? Welcome back. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I don't know what you're talking about. I was in and out of Best the other day. Like, dude, when he goes 8 hours, I can't sit and watch 8 hours or 7 hours. I can't watch. Just like nobody here is gonna. If I go 4 hours today, nobody here is gonna sit here for 4 hours, right? You're in, you're out. You got shit to do. You got other things to do. But I don't know. I don't know what he said. I didn't hear it. I'm not gonna go back and listen to it. It's no bearing on me. I don't know what anybody could really say about Shannon. You know, I adore the shit out of her. You know, she's a friend of mine on YouTube, and she's a friend of mine in my personal life. So, you know, if somebody's out there running her dick into the dirt, well, you know, again, that's their right. Shannon's a big girl. She doesn't need Brian or anybody else to come and fight her battles for her. But again, I don't know what was said. So, university just means your parents had money. Well, yeah, that's a good point. I'll tell you this, right? Well, fireworks out. I've got, like I said, I got 6 kids. Most of them are university and college educated, and some of them can't even get a goddamn job in the field that they went to school for. Right? They can't get a job in this. They went to university or college for 3-4 years, and they can't get a job. So you are absolutely right. And it doesn't mean that I have money. Believe me. You know what? I certainly helped out my kids going to school. That's my responsibility but it was also their responsibility to kick in a little into the kitty as well. If you want to go to school. A couple of the kids ended up taking student loans, you know, and that sucks when you got to do that. But when you're looking at some of the prices for tuition these days, it's like, you know, I'm not selling my house, my car, my truck, and my girlfriend to pay for an education. The kids got to pony up, and, you know, at that point they got to take a student loan, and they did. Like me, for instance, Mama said, I go all the book sense in the world, but no common sense. No, Buck, I think you're the opposite, dude. You're the opposite. You've got the common sense, and you've got the street smarts. I would definitely take somebody. If I'm in a situation, or if I'm in a bad situation, or I'm in a bad way, I would definitely want somebody with some street smarts and some common sense over some guy that's a fucking bookworm, that's got book sense. You know, street smarts and common sense are things that you've learned growing up and that you've had to apply to your life to survive. It's a survival. Book sense is taught. It's taught to you. It's given to you in a book, and you read it. You don't fucking live it. Red Lady's telling everybody hit the like button. I'd listen to her. That is one dangerous redhead over there. You got to relight that. Oh, I relight what? Trump is a buffoon, but is bringing necessary changes to the system. But don't be fooled. You will never see the Epstein list ever. It's there somewhere. Guarantee you, Sterling, it's there somewhere. Somebody's got it. You German from the Midwest? No, I'm Canadian, and I'm out in the western province of Alberta. I'm gonna take a girl. Well, just one? Mundo, you're only gonna take one girl? I don't know, man. If I was back in my 20s again, I'd be trying out a few models, man. I wouldn't just be taking one. Anabolic Advocate. Nice name. Anabolic Advocate. Fucking good handle on that. Nice hoodie. Thanks, man. Actually, I'm going to take it off in a minute. It's getting hot as hell in here. Just because he's an adult doesn't mean he can't care about his teeth. Yay. It had me losing my teeth had absolutely nothing to do with how well I took care of them. It's a genetic thing. My dad had the same problem and da 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 da. And but the teeth are coming. Teeth are coming. What does zenith mean? Don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I met my girlfriend's Scottish dad, girlfriend's dad. Holy fuck. So yeah, me daughter's new boyfriend. I fuck. Putty cat, try harder, man. I don't know who is that professor, but he definitely looks like Dan Quinn. Google him and you'll agree with me. I don't, you know what? I try to stay off Google as much because I fall down the Google or the Siri. I fall down the Siri rabbit hole all the goddamn time. In America, a mundo is a pimple located on your sphincter. Education time, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I just disagree with people. Well, John, do you disagree with people just for the sake of disagreeing with them? Or do you disagree with them because you have a point to make, or you have a belief that's not theirs? There's a difference. If you're just disagreeing with people, and I know guys like this, I used to be like this, I disagree with you just for the sake of disagreeing, to pick a fight or to pick an argument. But, you know, if you disagree with people because it's not your point of view or it's not your opinion, that's different. Well, those individuals with high scholastic achievements weren't supposed to live a normal life anyway. Most of them are going to be top 5% of their chosen industry in the future. That's fine. I got no problem. And we need those people. Hammers, we need those people. If the world took all of those people away, obviously it would hurt the world. We do need them. You know, if you can think about anything in the world at some point or another, we need that type of person. You know, whether it be the high achievers, the low achievers, the mid, fucking whatever. Some way, sense, or form, you need them. 800 or 899? Well, Louise, if you're throwing money, I'll take the 899. I'm disgusted at how garbage 21st century cocaine is. It's garbage worldwide. George Gregg, I'll take your word for it. Back in the 80s, cocaine was fucking good. Cocaine was fucking awesome. We didn't have to worry about a lot of shit back then. We didn't have to worry with what it was going to be cut with. We didn't have to worry about nowadays, if I was a coke fiend today, I'd be fucked. I'd be dead. 2 grains of fucking fentanyl in your cocaine will kill you, for Christ's sake. So, no, I agree. It's garbage. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm advocating saying, hey, go do some cocaine, right? Hope I have a blessed weekend. So far, so good, brother. So far, so good. Michael Shamalov. There you go, man. Said your name. Tolga's got the hammer out, dropping some hammer there. Smoking is good for weeding out the weak. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Coffee is good for weeding out the weak. Glock Boy 111, Canadians have the most liberal government. They should just join us as part of the USA already. Yeah, but who's to say that the next election, the liberals aren't going to win there either, right? Glock Boy, remember, like, the Republicans are the same as our Conservative Party, right? So your Republicans are the same as our Conservative Party. But your Democrats are the same as our liberals. You guys just went through fucking Biden for 4 years, right? So you just had a liberal government until Trump won. So who's to say that if I don't jump ship, I don't like the liberals in Canada, I'm moving to the USA. Now let's just say the next election, Trump can't run, right? He's done. This is his second term. And who's not to say that, Michael Obama isn't going to step up for the Democrats and win, and then I'm in the USA and now I've got a liberal fucking government again. Write an essay. Oh, dude, you don't want me to write an essay. I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. Well, you're talking about the fucking government. Life is 420 and 69. And if you can do them both at the same time, Sterling, that's a good goddamn day, boy. I taught Wheelburner how to read the comments slowly. He did. How am I doing, Sterling? I farted so hard it sounded like a mundo. Oh, Sterling. University is for educating your brain. I got no problem with that. I agree with that. It is. But I would take somebody with 30 years of street smarts over fucking somebody with a 4-year university education all day long. School should teach you how to learn and nothing else. I can agree with that as well. Life experience trumps education system. I agree. I agree 100%. Two Scottish guys are on the Titanic. One is singing. One of them starts jumping up and down, screaming and panicking. The other one says, "Here, what you get in? It's not your boat." I bet that cup keeps the liquid cold for 8 hours. That coffee cup, I think it's been in there for about an hour and a half. It was lukewarm by the time. Once you take the top off it. Universities to create the environment for future. Schools can't give you any knowledge if you don't gonna try to get it by yourself. Exactly. If you don't have a bachelor, you can't get a job. And that's what I'm talking about. You look at certain people, like I said, a couple of my kids, they went to college and university and they've got their certificates and degrees, and they can't get a job in the field they went to school for. That just sucks balls, man. Women is like money. You got to keep a lot of them just in case you lose your... I've never heard that. That's actually really fucking good, country boy. I've never, ever heard that, man. Patrick Jarvis is back in with a little John Denver. He was here yesterday spreading the John Denver. Thank you for that. Damn good song. Although I had it in my head all day yesterday. Zenith was a brand of TV from the 1900s. I think Zenith is still around. I think so. What are we talking about? JJ, whatever you want. Bring it on, JJ. Bring it on. What kind of thermos do you have now? What is the name and the capacity? How long does it keep hot? Honest taxpayer. It's really that much. It's really that interesting. Well, it's I don't know what the capacity is. It's probably a 32 ounce. It's from Starbucks. Not much. No, I didn't buy it. Believe me, I didn't go into Starbucks and buy it. But it'll keep if you keep the lid on, it'll keep your coffee hot for a few hours. '80s Coke was the real thing. Well, that's exactly. It was, we didn't have to worry about if anything, our biggest worry about the cocaine back then is they cut it with baking soda, right? So you can take, a half pound or a quarter pound and they'll cut it up and then they'll cut it with baking soda so that half pound is now a 3/4 of a pound. So that was the biggest worry. It's like, hey, wait a minute here. This isn't the best Coke. Well, why? Because it's cut with bacon. We didn't have fucking fentanyl and all that kind of shit going on. So big difference. Big difference. I'm glad I'm not a Coke fiend today. I don't think I would survive as a drug addict today. I really wouldn't. I think I made the right choice in stopping, because I would have either ended up in jail or been incarcerated again. So it's not worth it, And either way, it's like a death, right? You're gonna die from an overdose or from whatever, or you're gonna end up in jail. That would have been my path if I didn't stop. Yo, football lover, Flatbed, good to see you, brother. You're in a little late this morning. Would you get up a little late? Sleep in today? Every drug is stepped up. Well, you know what, country boy, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a recovered drug addict, man. right? So I don't do that. I had a problem with cocaine and crack, and with alcohol. So I'm a recovered drug addict and a recovered alcoholic, and I've been clean for over 30 years now, for 33 years, and so I don't know what's out there today. I haven't sampled it. Dude, I can't tell you what's good today, what's not. All I can tell you is based on, my none of my kids do hard drugs, but, a few of them smoke pot. And, I I get a basis of how good the weed is based on how fucking stoned they get. But I don't have a baseline to compare it to. I know what I was sticking up my nose and what I was smoking. But as to compare it to today, I don't know. You're going to be working for, I'm going to be working for you one day. You're way behind the curve, buddy. Well, hey, if that be the case, that be the case. No, if I was working for you, you're going to be a very rich man. Very rich man. Move to Wyoming because that's where I'm at. John, I got no problem with Wyoming. Wyoming's a beautiful state. Absolutely love Wyoming. All parties are the same, all in cahoots with each other. It's for show and for the sheeple. 2-4, yeah, to a degree, agreed. My biggest problem, well, not my biggest problem, but one of the problems that I have with politicians is they come out and they go out and they do their campaigning and they promise this, and this. The minute they win, most of those promises go out the window and they start focusing their energy and their time on how they're going to win the next election. How they're going to hang on. Once they've got the power, they start thinking of how they're going to keep the power. Instead of doing what they were supposed to do in the term that they've got to do it in. And that's wrong. Wyoming is South Canada. It might it's southern Alberta. Montana is southern Alberta. Karina Thomas, aka Triple Hot Mess. Hey, Wheel Burner Express. Good to see you again, Karina. Long time. Haven't seen it. Your truck's doing fine, by the way. Just so you know, it's out working right now without me in it. It's doing a good job and it's working. Why do people worry about political parties? They're all commute to work together. Exactly. Exactly. Mark Green, Marlboro Lights. Oh, no, I can't smoke Marlboros. Are you kidding me? Those are absolutely fucking horrible. It's still a company. It's wholly owned and subsidiary of LG. That's not surprising. John Denver is a great pilot in a horrible position or whatever. Oh, that's not even funny. Buck gotta get a muffler delete. In Wyoming, everybody votes Republican. Well, in Alberta, everybody votes, not everybody, obviously not everybody, but the majority vote Republican, which would be our conservatives. This is a conservative province. Baby laxatives were used to cut coke too. Demonetized, I didn't know that. Zenith makes great watches. I don't know, I don't own one. Cheneyland, Wyoming. I don't know where that is. Suffering succotash. You like that, eating beaver? No teeth. Not bad, eh? Perfect characters you're using out there. Look at that, eh? He's got it. Leave it to Tolga to come up with that kind of stuff. No, just chilling at home. Been cleaning my pickup truck today. That's the way to do it. Hopefully you're just relaxing. Just take it easy. Clean the pickup truck. Watch a little YouTube. Come in here and shoot the shit. Tell some lies. That's fine. Let's make up some stories. Whatever. Mark, why am I in a car? Marky Mark? Because when I first got here 149 minutes ago, or just over 2 hours ago, we watched the sun come up, right? So we sit in the car. Now, the sun's obviously up there in the sky right now, but we watched the sun come up over the horizon, and it's a nice morning. Just sit in your car and have a smoke and have your coffee and watch the sun come up. It's a good time. What online job can I get? Dude, I couldn't tell you. I don't have a clue. No, my home is just, my house is just over there. Look over my shoulder. See that building right there? If you go beyond that building about a half a mile, I'm somewhere in that area over there. Got a nice little place. If you don't get proper ching soon, I'm going to end up sitting on the TV watching my sofa. Godliness is next to cleaning up a pickup truck. Oh, I thought you said godliness is next to cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. No, it's not. Go look in the dictionary. Claustrophobia, something arachnia, is next to cleanliness. How do politicians lie? Surprise people these days. I will never understand. Well, what I don't get is why people still believe it. Why they still believe it. It's beyond me, right? I don't have a goddamn clue. I really don't. You and what are me? You know, you don't pick the politician you like the most. You pick the one you dislike the least, because they're all fucking liars. So you got to figure out the one that's going to do the least amount of damage, and that's the one you vote for. Because you know shit's coming. 420 somewhere. Good to see you, man. Sit down, relax, grab a smoke. Is your brother's name Chris, who lives in GTA? He works at Window City right now. Tony, my brother's name is not Chris. He doesn't live in the GTA. He lives out here in Alberta with me. Not with me. He doesn't live with me, but he lives in Alberta. Nice dong. Nice name. Fuel prices have been increased. Damn. You know what? There's no rhyme or reason for it. Don't listen to anybody when they say, oh, well, we only pulled so many millions of barrels of oil out of the ground this week and we need to increase. Bullshit. It's greed. It is 100% fucking greed, right? They are going to drop the price to get everybody buying, then they'll slowly increase it. Because the problem is, right? The problem is, Sachinta. The problem is they know you need it, right? It's the same with trucks, like big trucks, transport trucks. We pay the price we pay for fuel regardless of what it is. Why? Because I can't do business without it. You have to pay it. And they know that. And it's the same with your cars. Yeah, some people will park their cars and not drive their cars and maybe fucking take an Uber or take a bicycle or whatever. But the majority of the population is going to buy the gas. Regardless of what the price is, you are going to buy it. And they know that. We got the most Indian reservations of all of the U.S. Again, did not know that. Jeffrey, do you remember me? I think I remember you from yesterday asking me, do you remember me? So now I remember you, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming back. I say make Radio Shack great again. You remember those, Storebuck? You're showing your age here, buddy, right? Like guys like you and me, you're showing your age here. A lot of people don't know what Radio Shack is. Sterling would know. Buck, you know, I know. I used to love, and in Canada we had Radio Shacks. They were always in the mall. They weren't standalone stores. They were always in a mall. And your mom and dad would take you to the mall, and the first place the kids would go, we'd all go take off into Radio Shack. Because they had everything in there. Everything. And you'd sit there and it was almost like a toy land. You go in there and play. Loved Radio Shack, man. Do they still have Export A smokes in Canada? They do. They do. Larry Bird says hi. I sure don't want to talk to another Indian from India named Glenn or William. It's funny how that happens, eh? What do you call a goat with one ear? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sterling, stop. Leave the jokes to Putty Cat. Although Tolga seemed to enjoy that. What do you do after you eat a vegetable? Put her back in her wheelchair. Okay, John. That one's old, but it's still funny, but it's old. I don't know what they call why they call it the sex trade. They don't take my baseball cards as currency. Okay. Winner, you got one. Why Wyoming? If you want to get away from everything, go to Wyoming, where there's nothing at all. Wyoming is beautiful. It is a fantastic state to drive through. It really is. English or Spanish? We did this yesterday, Baron. We did this yesterday. English or Spanish? I speak English barely, but I love Spanish. Spanish is my favorite language. I don't know it. I don't speak it, but I will sit and listen to people speaking Spanish. I love it. It has everything you need. You know what, John? I think it has everything you need for a simple life, for like a nice, simple, quiet, calm life. Wyoming, Montana, the Dakotas, like you're living in that area of the country like that. Oh, it's good for guys like me that like the simple life. That's why I'm in Alberta, right? Alberta is that part of Canada. It's a simple life out here. Make Blockbuster great again. No thanks. I'll stick with Netflix. Yukon Bub, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. What up, neighbor to my right? Good to see you, man. Thanks as always for popping in and saying something here. Someone got clean cuts? Not really. Just I gotta go get this cleaned up a little. Saloons, restaurants, movie theaters, everything. Oh yeah, Wyoming's got it all. Tennessee TV's back. You went live. I saw you went live. I promoted it. I said anybody wants to go see. Tennessee just went live. I don't know if that helped you at all. Hopefully it did. What do you get if you insert a human DNA into a goat? Banned from the banned from the zoo. Sterling, you got to get out more. You do a goat one time. Why Dutch wear wooden shoes so woodpeckers don't tap on their head? Holy Christ! Now we're hurting. Now we are hurting. Kind of like the Grand Canyon, Wyoming. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm out. I need to go to Montgomery Wards next to Radio Shack across the street from Circus City. No, Shy in Middleton, no one cares. Oh, you hurt my feelings with that, Shy. Tell you what, Shy, go get your own YouTube channel, go live, and sit and blab for 4 hours. And you know what? I tell you what, I'll come over there into your channel, and I'll make comments in your channel. All I did was go get breakfast. Oh, I thought I saw a notification saying that you went live. Sorry, man. Used to get CBs from Radio Shack Cobra. Yeah, you used to be able to get everything from Radio Shack. Everything from stereo components, speakers, CBs, radios, circuits, all sorts of shit. Everything you can think of having to do with that kind of stuff, it all came from Radio Shack. That's what we used to back in the day. And then came along, what? Circuit City came along, and then, Best Buy. Like, fucking Best Buy is probably the biggest. Well, actually, Best Buy's closing up stores up here. I don't even know if they have Best Buys anymore. My cousin is trucking. She's traveling all U.S., Canada, up to Prudhoe Bay. She's saying she should have done it years ago. First of all, I hope she enjoys the life, and she enjoys what she's seeing. More importantly, I hope she enjoys what she's doing. You will enjoy everything around you if you enjoy what you're doing. I used to be very much that way. I used to love being a truck driver. I used to love getting up in the morning and starting my truck and pulling my curtains open and looking around where I'm in a new place. And I used to have that fire and drive my truck. And that way, everything around me was an experience. And I would enjoy the experience of traveling across the country, Canada, US, whatever. I don't have that anymore. Hopefully she has that. Hopefully she's got that drive and she enjoys doing it and she loves what she's doing. Because if you love what you're doing, you'll never work for a living, right? Because it's a love. I don't have that love anymore. To me, it's a job, right? And for me, it's a job and it's work. And I don't want to do a job that I'm not interested in. That's not a job. That becomes mundane. It also makes you, complacent. Right? Truck driving is a skill, right? You've got 80,000 pounds. You're 78 to 80 feet long. You've got a lot of equipment on the road. You are a big entity out there. You make a lot of decisions, split-second decisions in a day. It is a big career and a big job. And if you start to get complacent, accidents will happen. People will get hurt. You will get hurt. Other people could get hurt. So you better love what you're doing. Oh, you did go live just to go get breakfast. It was a short live. Excuse me. Radio Shack sold Gold Emperor Ming as well. I don't have a goddamn clue what Gold Emperor Ming is, but they probably sold it. Texas has so much of all states. Texas has a lot. Texas doesn't have any mountains though. No mountains. Lots of oil pumps, lots of fields, big cities. You got some water. You know, you do got some water down the south there. You got a lot. Texas got some good-looking women. Give you that. Texas got a lot of money. Nicest cowboy boots. But they got no mountains, man. Texas needs some mountains. A rooster and a crow. A rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. A crow says any cock'll-do. She enjoys the views. Dude, I enjoy the views too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, this isn't a gripe. I'm not griping about the trucking industry by any means. It's treated me very well. I've done very well for myself in this business. But it's just, for me, the love is gone. So if she's got that love and she's killing it, she's going to love the job and she's going to enjoy the views and those moments where you come over that hill and you go around the bend and all of a sudden, bam, you've got like a mountain, or you've got like a prairie, or you've got something. Those will be even better because you enjoy what you're doing. I just know one person from the US who quit trucking, but doing a drive-in business just to travel whole country and in his young ages to enjoy what travels. If you can do it just because you enjoy doing it and you don't need the money, even better. Even better. Lumberjack is a job for me and I enjoy it. It's not a job really. That's a tough job though, Yukon. That's a tough fucking job, man. He's not really a friend of mine. He's an acquaintance. And he's actually a Frenchman, believe it or not, right? And he's a professional lumberjack, and it's a hard life, right? Those boys, those are some tough fucking boys up there, wielding those axes and chainsaws and doing what they do up there. That's a tough way of life. But if you're built for it and you can do it, he's well paid. He's not broke by any means. Let me fucking tell you, he's got the toys and he's got the life. What do panties and nail polish have in common? They both come off easy with some alcohol. Okay. All right, Buck. Winner. Are digital driver logs a pain? You mean the e-logs, the electronic logbooks? Yeah, they are. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I drove truck back in the day when we were at paper, when we'd have 2 to 3 logbooks. And now we drive around in a state where we are dictated what we're going to do and where we're going to go and how long we're going to do it by a computer. And I have never been so tired in my life. When I had paper logbooks to run, I was never tired. I was never late for appointments. I was never tired. I was never exhausted. Well, not that I suffer anxiety, but now one of the industry problems we have with truck drivers is that there's more anxiety. Why? Because from the minute you start your day and you hit that button, there's a clock ticking down backwards, right? And that's your day. And you have to get as much done in that day by the time that clock reaches fucking 0. And so what's happening is your internal body automatically starts counting with that clock, and that causes anxiety. And next thing you know, drivers are like, gotta go, and they're stressed, they're tense, they get tired. That causes fatigue. I never in my life suffered fatigue from driving or being tired or anxiety or any of that stuff. With an e-log, you know, when you're hoofing hard miles, when you're doing 650, 700 miles in a day, and you're doing it on an e-log, you're fucking exhausted. Literally, I get out of my seat, I go into my bunk, I fucking have something to eat, I go to fuck to bed. Why? Because I've been counting and I don't even realize I do it. My internal clock is counting along with that clock. I hate it. In 1972, the Muslims invented the condom using a goat's lower intestine. I don't know if I want to keep reading this. In 1272. In 1873, the British refined the idea by taking the intestine out of the goat first. Where's your lower jaw? It's there. You just got to look harder. Where do you keep your oil in your car? In the back. It's in the engine, but it's in the back. You guys and your questions. And lots of guns. In Wyoming, there's lots of guns in Wyoming. And Texas, yeah, Texas, lots of guns. I'll be honest with you. Canada, obviously, is a no-carry state, province, a country. We don't have the rights that your Constitution allows you, the right to bear arms. You know, and then our government a couple of years ago stepped in and even really tightened up the reins and took our guns away. That's that's not really kind of, but that's the easy way to say it. They came and took our guns away. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Tennessee, just because we're not supposed to have them doesn't mean that we don't, right? Just think about that, right? Just because we're not supposed to doesn't mean we don't. You die happy. Well, I really hope I do. I want to die. I want to die while making love to my girlfriend. That way I can come and go all in one shot. That's my joke to you for the day. It don't get no better than that. Come on, fuckers. Happy is a condition, not a destination. I guess if you die happy, that you've reached your destination. It's a shame what they are doing to our nation and our industry. Miguel, I absolutely agree. And it doesn't matter if you're a Canadian or you're an American. I 100% agree. I think with the exception of airline pilots or the airline industry, I don't think there's another industry out there that is as heavily regulated as the trucking industry. Absolutely. That is, and the funny thing is, a very high portion of these melon heads that are making and coming up with these rules and regulations and doing all of this never drove a truck. Never drove a truck. They're going on poll numbers and stats and this and that, which are always wrong. And that's what they're basing rules and regulations upon these days. Never drove a truck. Never flew an airplane, but yet the fucking airline industry is regulated fucking super heavily by what? By what? Politicians, industry businessmen, people who have never been in the business or never flown a plane. Grandpa dragging it till 100. Oh, dude, I don't want to make it to 100. Let me tell you, man, I'm 55. I don't think I want to drag my ass for another 45 fucking years. Can someone please use my 2008 famous word mother flip-flop instead of saying motherfucker? Crypto, I would love to, but every once in a while, the motherfucker is required. You got to get it out there. Sterling Wheel's on fire with the jokes. No, actually, George, Sterling Wheel's just on fire. We had to put him out yesterday. It seems somehow today he's relit and he's on fire again. I used to instruct firefighters how to drop trees and make tree line burn-offs. Fun times. I'm retired. Well, you know what? I'm glad you're retired, Yukon. I'm glad to hear that. You as a lumberjack, you've probably had a long career, and you probably worked fucking hard. You probably earned it, brother. You really have. I think that what you did there is a great idea. I would never have thought of that. You want to teach the firefighters or the emergency services how to do something? Go find somebody that knows how to do it and get them to teach it to them. You know what? Good idea. You look like you make awful garlic bread. I make fantastic garlic bread. I make my garlic butter from scratch, right? From scratch. My garlic bread, you ask anybody that's ever eaten a meal at my house, fuck man, you are well fed and it's good. John, you are correct. You can't do any of that stuff anywhere else. Wyoming is the best. I'm telling you, John is loving his Wyoming. You're sitting there eating your Lovejoys, Elmer's Lovejoys. Only in Wyoming will you find a restaurant named Elmer's Lovejoys. Actually, you want to know something? If I was driving and I saw the sign saying Elmer's restaurant, Elmer's Lovejoys, I'd fucking stop too and eat there. With a name like that, you gotta try it. Truckers have a love-hate relationship with Wyoming. They do. I love to drive through it. I love to go there, but I don't like delivering there only because there's nothing coming out, right? You're going 350 miles empty to pick up a reload. There's nothing coming out of Wyoming. Drinking my cola. Well, you give her hell, man. Give her hell. Breaking news. Stay away from bananas. They have poop inside causing massive diarrhea and gas problems. I don't have that problem. Texas really everywhere. Texas really everywhere in the USA. Besides California. I'll agree with that. What if you like massive poop and diarrhea problems? Well, there you go. Then eat a banana. You keep triggering my PTSD from the boating accident we had. Well, you know, I've had an accident or two, a boating accident. You know, I lost my guns in a boating accident. Sorry, my weapons. My weapons. I lost my weapons in a boating accident, right? I love kitties. Yapping, yapping, yapping. I tell you what, I love kitties. Go get your own YouTube channel and you do it. And we'll come in and listen to you. I went to California in 1996 right after Jerry Garcia died and had the best time of my life. I went back 2 years later and it was not the same in 2 years. I've been into California 3 times in my entire life. Never for personal, always in a truck. And so I can't say that I've ever spent any time there. Like I went in, did what I had to do. Couldn't get a reload, had to come back out, had to go all the way out to fucking Nevada to get a goddamn reload. Twice had to go to Nevada and once had to go to Arizona to get a goddamn reload out of fucking California. Let me tell you, there's nothing there for me. But I never, do I agree that it's a beautiful fucking state? Yes. Would I want to live there? No. If I lived in California, I'd be running to Texas like everybody else. Can I tell you how to tie a rope? Pay attention. Oh, I got put out yesterday. Yeah. Well, you were on fire, but we put you out. Hello, Wheel Burner. Good to see you, Sean. Good to see you, man. Every day we see you, Sean. Thanks for popping in every day. I appreciate that, man. Lets me know that you're still there. You're still alive. You're doing okay. Who is Emil and why did you eat him? I've never eaten a meal. I don't eat a meal. I devour it. I love U.S. and Canada. Alaska is my state. I took it for granted growing up. Yukon, man, I hate the fact that you're in Alaska and I've never been there. Right? I've been to all 48 states with the exception of Alaska and Hawaii. And I hate the fact that I've never been to Alaska. I have come this close. This close. We had a wide load coming out of Montreal. A transformer that was going up to Anchorage. It would have been a 16-day fucking trip. And I won't even tell you what it paid. And at the last minute, the hydro company killed it. At the last minute. I mean, we were at the point where my truck, the trailer, the specialized equipment, all the shit was there. We were ready to load it, and at the last minute, it got canceled. I was furious. Not only because of the money I lost, but just for the fact that I wanted to go to Alaska really bad. Really bad. I don't think it would be too hard for me to talk my girl into going up to Alaska. Like maybe if we went to Alaska and then did one of the cruises. No, she won't cruise. I'm not a big cruise guy either. I'm not getting on a fucking boat. I don't know. I just want to go. I want to go for the fact that A, I've never been there, and B, it's beautiful. You know, it is. Alaska, you know, I've seen the pictures and I've watched the videos. Alaska in the spring, summertime, it's fantastic. He is swearing. I have a child here with me. Well, Tristan, my channel is registered not for kids. It is an 18 and older channel, and it's registered that way. And it's in the when I set the live up, there's certain boxes that I have to tick so that the channel does not go out to under 18. And it is highly promoted. This channel is highly promoted as an over 18 channel. I prefer everybody here to be over 18 because not just myself do I occasionally let out the odd cuss word, but people in the chat do as well. And you know what? It happens. If you've got a young child there and you're watching me, I appreciate the fact that you're watching me. But maybe it's probably not best that your young child is experiencing this. So simply, Tristan, I would say I don't want you to leave. I really don't. I appreciate anybody that wants to come in here and hang out and talk. But maybe for the best of your child, maybe it's not the wisest idea to be here. That's all. That's all. Godless heathen. Oh, here we go. JJ's got some good shit for us here. Godless heathens are still loved by the Lord. May God bless you and hopefully see you on the other side. Maybe I won't see you, and maybe I will, and you won't see anyone. Who knows? I don't have a clue. Oh fuck! You didn't know that fucking life doesn't welcome children. You must be a shitty. No, it doesn't mean Tristan he's a shitty parent. She probably just stumbled in here by mistake. The channel is 18 and older because God's not allowed here. Well, he's allowed, but he better, he's going to start swearing. I will leave if you don't be respectful. Well, maybe Tristan, you could be respectful and just leave. I'll join in another time. Well, there you go. Okay. Do what's in the best interest of you, Tristan, and what's in the best interest of your child. That's all I'm going to say. Don't watch this live in the vicinity of children. There you go. All right there, leprechaun. That's actually, I know who that is. That's actually funny as shit. I hate to say it. That's actually really wrong of me to say, but it's just funny the way it was just popped in there. Colton Ferguson, what's going on in here? Dude, anything you want. Anything you want. Say whatever you want. Just make sure you tell John Adams you love Wyoming. Wheelburner is a little salty. Yeah, closer to the end of his show. Yeah, that's how it works, right? Should I use corporate punishment on my child? How you raise your child is entirely up to you. Absolutely, entirely up to you. What the fuck? Am I shadowed? No, Dave. Did I miss you? Did I miss Dave Edwards? Did I miss Dave Edwards? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm scrolling up to see if I missed you. I did miss you. Son of a bitch, Dave. My brother, I apologize. I would never shadow you. You know that. David, I have way too much respect for you, my man. You are welcome to walk through my live, take off your panties, sit down, and have a damn good time all by yourself and tell us all about it if you want. That's how much I respect you right there. But you got to tell us what color your panties are, though, Dave. Okay, you can't be doing that. You can't be taking off your panties and not tell us. We have to know what color your panties are. I got my ass whipped growing up. Not an issue with me. Yukon, I'm right there with you. It's not appropriate for my child. Well, you know what? That's probably a good decision. That's probably a good decision. Yeah, Yukon, my brother and I were raised with a firm hand. With a very firm hand. From grandfather and father. We were hit first and then explained to later. You know what I mean? I'm not wearing any. It's my boy. Dance off, pants off. There you go, brother. But Yukon, you know what I'm talking about, eh? Like you took the smack first and then the explanation came afterwards. And that's how we were raised. That's how we were raised. Both my brother and I were both raised that way. Didn't seem to fuck me over too bad. I lived through it. Yeah, that's called love, exactly. That's called discipline. That's called discipline. Now, that's not to say that I turned around and raised my kids that way, because I didn't. I've never laid a hand on any of my kids. No, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean when they were like 4 or 5 or 6 years old, they didn't get a smack on the ass if they were misbehaving. That's different. But I mean, like when we were growing up, it wasn't uncommon. If you said something stupid, my father would smack you and you'd knock you right off your chair, right? You'd take a cuff to the back of the head or the side of the head and you'd go tumbling off the side of the fucking couch or off the side of the chair. I've never done that. But the discipline that was instilled by my grandfathers and my father in both me and my brother have definitely stepped up my game as a man today, made me a better person, a better man of who I am today. It works if I'm, what's that? I'm wearing twice the panties. Dude, what color are they? Come on. My stepdad was an army guy too. Well, Steph, there you go. My dad was a cop, right? My dad was a cop, and and my grandfathers were hardcore truck drivers, right? And that's the way we were raised, man. We got the smack first and the explanation later. It's just like life, right? You got the test first, the lessons come later. Everything in life today, everything that you do in life, you get the test first, the lesson later. That's the way it works. That's the way we were raised. You'd go tumbling off the couch, and then your father would look at you and go, you know why I just knocked you off you know why I smacked you in the head? And you'd sit there with cross-eyed, because your eyes would be crossed and you'd be seeing Tweety birds. You'd go, no, and then he'd explain it to you. Boomers are the reason that Gen X is so cool. I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you. But unfortunately, what about the next generation after us Gen Xers? Where did we go wrong, right, with the next generation? Because unfortunately, they're soft. Max Hobbs, I was raised wrong. Well, that's all in perspective on how you were raised and how you raise your kids. Wheel burner makes great kids, judging by the taste of his splooge. Well, some say yes, some say no. Yo, my grandpa was a drug smuggler. Well, Tan May, my dad was a cop, and I was a drug smuggler, and so was my brother. So, there you go. Cops' kids made the best criminals. Cops and lawyers. Look at any cop and look at any lawyer and then look at their kids. They make the best criminals. You're going to get black lungs. Wow, didn't know that. Is smoking bad for me? Maya, is smoking bad for me? Oh, wow, I shouldn't be smoking, man. Black lungs matter. Thank you. Anybody seen Pert Benkins? I don't have a clue who that is. What up, Grandpa? Kyle, I'm just hanging. What up with you? The chat usually pauses after my comments. Yeah, they just strolled right on through that, didn't they? And pastor's kids are pastor's kids are underestimated. Yeah. Opinion on Diddy. Oh, who gives a fuck about Diddy? I don't give a rat's ass. You ever kill anybody? Not that I'm going to admit to, and I don't think there's a statute of limitations on murder. So if you think I'm going to admit to killing somebody, you're crazy. Your voice is a little bit like Michael from GTA 5. I've never played GTA 5. Do I agree with the world government? Marianne, no. Or is it Marianne or Marion? I think it's Marion. I apologize, Marion, if I'm saying your name wrong. Do I agree with world government? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would lead to world domination, and that would leave maybe 3 people in charge running the entire world. I don't want to live like that. Did he do it? I don't know, voice down under, but I'm sure his asshole is finding out in prison right now. People get jealous of black lung because it's bigger and fucks up the white women up. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. YouTube is on fuckery today as well, Sterling. There you go. My uncle broke his neck tap dancing once. I think he's doing it wrong. I am Dutch. Smoke weed and doing fine. It's all taboo. They don't know any better. This is what people learn them. You know what, Steph? You're right. Right? 90% of the population have been pounded into their head. Smoking is bad. Smoking is killed, but they've never smoked, but they're going to fucking say smoking is bad. Here's an example I gave yesterday, and I'll give it again today. I try not to repeat myself too much, okay? Diabetes is the #1 killer in the United States of people, right? Diabetes. More people die from diabetes than anything else in the world. Diabetes is a killer. It kills more people than smoking, more people than cancer, more people than anything. But if I was sitting here right now eating a great big fucking chocolate bar, not a single one of you would say a fucking word. Some of you would be going, oh, can I have a bite of your chocolate bar? Not a single one of you would say a word to me about eating a chocolate bar, even though diabetes kills more people than fucking smoking. But yet I'll light a cigarette and I'll get 30 fucking people telling me, quit smoking, you're going to die, it's bad for you. So's eating chocolate bars, and so is being diabetic. I've never done crack, but I know it's bad. Well, you know what? I have done crack, and yeah, it is bad. Not while you're doing it. Try coming off of it. Edibles are not gauged, just guessed about. That I do know about. Not because I do them, but because my kids have. And there's been a couple of times where, yeah, well, they take so many milligrams of this and there's not. And then they'll take so many the same amount of milligrams a day later, and they're like out in outer space. So, yeah. Ball Wrinkles. Love the name. I love Olive Garden. I'll go there. Crack or tweak? I don't know. Well, I'm going to go get groceries for the week. I will be listening. Oh, don't do that to yourself. You're actually going to listen? I smoked, my dad smoked cigarettes and stogies for 35 years and his lungs was fine. Well, you know what, Jet? I've been smoking cigars and cigarettes for 40 years. No, more than 40 years, and my lung feels fantastic. Alcohol is worse than smoking, Steph. I can attest to that, too. Because of the junk they have been eating? Probably. The problem is it isn't just tobacco. Fabrication Ranch, that's a good point. I'm not advocating for smoking. You know, give me a break. I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody smoking's good for you, you should be doing it. It's just a personal choice. I do it. But it's when people jump on your case about smoking. Well, you know, if I was eating a chocolate bar, would you jump on my case about being a diabetic? I'm not a diabetic, but would you jump on my case and say, oh, you're going to become a diabetic? Lung cancer is terrible. I would imagine it is. I'll join you in solidarity, burglar. I appreciate that, Dave. I could use the company. Purple Rain, nice name. Alcohol is worse. Agreed. Dirty Money, good to see you. Damn, have you been here? Did I just miss you? Or have you been here for a while? I apologize if I missed you. Good to see you, Dirty Money. Does Canada have a cigarette process plant? If so, where does the tobacco come from? You know what? That's a damn good question. Dirty Money? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I've never looked it up, and I've never really cared. These ones don't say where these ones say made in the First Nations territory because they're off the reserve, so they're Canadian smokes. Obviously, they're off a Canadian reserve, but like we have like brands like Demorier, Export A, you know, Players and shit like that. So I don't know if it's, you know, I think Virginia is what the tobacco state. Is that not? Am I not correct? Is Virginia the tobacco state? So I think most tobacco probably still comes out of Virginia. I don't know. I never asked. I never really cared, to be honest with you. No, I would never tell one to smoke if they don't ever. Well, if you don't smoke, I would never tell you to start smoking. Do you need me to take the wheel? Demon, you want to step in and take it? You want to come in and drive, and I'll jump over there, and we'll just keep the live going, and we can drive around? I'm all for that. Hey, come on in. Dirty Mo, you've been lurking. I thought I could smell something. I thought I fucking smelled some dirty money lurking around, but I'm glad you're here. The Biden crime family. I love it. I fucking love it. Awesome. Love the name, man. You've got the name of the day. There you go. You got the. We keep bouncing from one name to another. They keep coming in and they keep getting better and better. But you're at the top of the list for the name today. How's everything going, man? I'm doing good. Although I'm out of coffee, and I'm just about. Actually, I'm gonna take this fucking sweater off because I'm absolutely roasting. Give me a second. My apologies. No, I'm not getting naked. I'm not Sterling. Although Sterling is a sexy motherfucker. He really is. Hear the static? Holy shit, eh? Oh. Getting a little fucking toasty in here. There we go. My apologies. Have I got bacon neck on? I do. Look at this. This t-shirt's just about worn out. I've had this one a long time. You got the old bacon neck going. Whew. I grow tobacco in my yard, and I'm a plant guy. Steph, I got no problem with that. Tobacco, I've never grown. Not now, but when a couple of my kids still lived at home in their later teen years, they were growing pot in our backyard. Like I had a piece of property and I had a nice house with a big piece of property. So the whole back end of my property and parts of my deck, there was fucking the great big planters, the planters like the size of this car. And yeah, my property they grew enough weed, like 2 or 3 of my kids would all get together and do it, but they grow enough weed in one season to get them through the winter. They didn't have to buy pot all winter long. You look like you could be the next pope. Ooh, let's not go there. You wouldn't want me as the pope. You really don't. Nice Nike hoodie. Oh, thanks, man. That thing there, I don't know how old it is either. I've had that thing for fucking, I couldn't tell you. Have I been to East Hastings? I have not. I have not. Nice stream, Territory Master 21. Thank you very much. Hey, thanks for popping in. I see that Stephanie is back. And she did it right. She absolutely did it right. She kicked the front door in and let us know she's here. Thank you, Stephanie, for coming back. Still no sign of the old chicken hawk. He's MIA today, man. Sorry. Do I hunt? Biden crime family, you know, it's funny. I said this way earlier at the beginning of the stream. As a Canadian, I don't hunt. I don't fish. And I don't play hockey. I don't, as a Canadian, you'd think, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't hunt, I don't fish, and I don't play hockey. How much is a pack of cigarettes here? If you buy a regular pack of 25 out of the store, you're looking at $24, 25 bucks. It's $24.95. I don't buy them from the store. Mine fall off a truck. And I just wander over whenever they fall off, and I pick up my box and I take it home. Speaking of lung cancer, not going to elaborate other than it sucks. All diseases do. Well, you know what, Buck? Herpes ain't bad. It's a gift that just keeps on giving. You know, you'll get one day they'll come up with a shot for herpes, and you'll be cured. Don't worry about it. Please help me. Main house, Lena, Sarah, what? Please help me. Nur Salim, I don't have a clue what you're saying, man. I farted. Me too. Wow. It's a dog. Steph just subscribed. Thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really do. I don't ask you to sub. I would like you to hit the like button, though. I do appreciate it if you'd give that like button a push. Stroke it. Poke it. Do what Sterling does. Make a mess all over it, but make sure you clean it up. Give the like button a push. Drive safe, brother. Biden crime family, thanks for hanging out with us today. Where are we driving around? I'm not driving anywhere. In Canada right now, it is absolutely illegal for me. If I was streaming like this with the camera facing me and I was driving, I would be arrested. I would be arrested. I would get charged for that. That's heavily, even in a lot of U.S. states now, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. It's distracted driving. Where are the driving? Where we are? Well, it needs the blood of the lamb? Not so much. I've been smoking for 48 years and I still do. Gregston, there you go. You know, my grandparents, you know, they smoked all their lives. My grandfathers passed away early 70s. Both my grandmothers, one just passed away 2 years ago or a year and a half ago in her umpteen 90s, right? She was in her 90s, and the other one, she lived well into her 80s, and they smoked like goddamn chimneys. Absolute chimneys, right? Take it off, take it off. Well, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. You serious? I'm not as serious. I'm as serious as a heart attack. I joined, and all I heard was that Sterling is sexy. Well, once you know him, you'll know. The polygamist compound must have done numbers on you, bud. I pray for you. I don't think so. In Texas, I spent $10.77 for a pack that I then put away for my child to inherit. That's your diabetic blood pressure. One thing I am solid on is my blood pressure. I take it you're from Canada, eh? Demon, yes, I am from Canada, eh? But A is spelled E-H in Canada, right? So when we do that, are you from A? Yeah, it's A. How much is a pack? Not a pack. Oh, well, we got somebody with, we're going to do some spelling correction here. When lies run the world, almighty wins. A little tootsie, eh? A little tootsie, eh? Okay. A little tootsie, eh? Wow. Singular. Back in the 70s, tobacco was big business in Canada. I didn't know. And this, you know, in the 70s, I was like, what? From 70 till 80, I would have been like, from 2, I would have been 2. You know, up to fucking 12. I wasn't smoking. At least not at 2 years old. Is it tough to maintain your house and your compound? I don't know what you're talking about. Pope wheels. Hey, I'll take that. I don't think I want to be the Pope though. You know, I really don't. That's a big job for nobody. And, you know what, let's face it, the fucking Catholic Church ain't exactly standing in good standing. It isn't exactly up in good standing right now. Oh, yeah, we would grow that back in the day, but our government is wired. They changed it. Weird. They changed it back so I could have 3 plants, and then you could grow anything more. I think in Canada, well, in the province of Ontario, because it's based in different provinces, but in Ontario where we were doing it, it was 5 plants per household. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I had 3 kids all growing it. We had way more than 5 plants, like way more. There was upwards of probably a dozen plants growing on my property at any given time. But as well, like it's not like there's airplanes circling over my fucking house checking to see how many plants I got growing. I stocked up with the ganja. During COVID, that's not a bad idea. It wouldn't have been a bad idea. That's actually when my kids actually started growing it, right? They actually started. Look at that fucking son of a bitch! I just got stung. You little motherfucker. You. Ow! How did that get in there? That's one of you guys. One of you guys just sent a bee into my car to sting me, to stop me from smoking. I know. Here we have Tobacco Project. Give car to those people who don't smoke anymore. Sneaky little bastard got me right at the top here, like right at the top of your fucking leg with that soft fleshy part. Son of a bitch. For those of you that are concerned, I am just fine. Thank you for your concern, everybody. I'm just fine. It's just a bee sting. It hurts. I'll survive. I'm not allergic to it. The tariffs are working so well, even the Pope is made in America now, so anything is anything is possible. Hello, do you go to Lake at the Quest? No. I'd quit and start a religion. I couldn't start a religion, man. I have too big of, well, actually, I could start a religion. I have too big of a fucking ego. I have a very big ego, so I did everything like Sterling. Yeah, I got the clap and I'm giving it to you. You can't give me something I already got, dude. Can't give me something I already got. Got it, had it, got the t-shirt, wore it out. Let's move on. Let's move on. Do you go to Lake Louise? Louise Lake, it's Lake Louise, but I got you. I haven't been there lately, but I've been to Lake Louise. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it. If you ever get the chance to go, absolutely go. Little expensive to be there, but What religion are you? I don't have one. I don't have one. I do not have a religion. I have a spiritual direction, but I do not have a religion. What's your advice? I want to come there later. What are you waiting for? If you've got the money to do it and you've got the time, do it. I don't know about Canadians, but I and the most Americans could care less about Russia. Jet, the only thing I really give a fuck about Russia is that they don't launch any bombs. Other than that, I could care fucking less. I don't care about them. I don't care about what they're doing. I don't care about where they're at. Fuck them. I don't care about them. I'm more concerned with my own country. Here we go, Buck Brown. Buck Brown stepping up here. Not to derail this stream. Well, Buck, it takes a lot to derail this stream. But for all the new people watching here, here's a link to a non-profit organization that we support, and this channel does support it. It is the Forgotten Angels. We do a beard shave charity every year. Last year we gave $12,600 or $12,800. We raised for the Forgotten Angels, and they're gonna get our money again this year. They are our charity of choice. Broadcast announcement. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, everyone. Your support is appreciated. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oliver, you like the shirt? Not bad, eh? It's old. Bro, it is old. Like, it's one of those shirts where it was a vinyl stick-on when you buy it. You know, I didn't do it. I bought it, but, like, so now it's all cracking. Like, I don't know if the camera shows it, but, like, it's all cracked. It's all cracked all through here. But I can't throw it out. I just can't throw it out, man. Fuck. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. Freddie Mercury is arguably probably one of the greatest lead singers, vocalists of all time. I cannot even it's got the bacon neck going, you know, the shirt, and I could probably take the shirt and just go like this and it would come apart. It's that old. Can't get rid of it, man. Yukon, good to see you, man. Later, brother. Thanks for being here. I will get to fucking Alaska one day, you rotten son of a bitch. Dirty Money in 1941, the Pope refused to denounce Hitler. I don't know. I didn't know that. We're getting an education here. 7 pounds during COVID. You grew 7 pounds during COVID? That's what you grew? How much should I donate? Whatever you can comfortably afford. Go look at that charity. Know that it's a 100% nonprofit. There's not a single person there taking a salary. It's not like Goodwill or the Salvation Army where they've got like COs or CEOs and presidents and they're all taking like a $2 million a year salary. The Forgotten Angels, there's nobody there taking a salary. Everybody is a volunteer. And the work that they do for those kids is second to none. David and Cindy are absolute angels. They really are, the two people that run that charity. And it's, well, like I said, 100% non-profit. It's profit. Thankfully, you're not going into anaphylactic shock. Oh, me too. There are 15 little children in Peru. That's happy Pope Leo is gone. Stephanie's dropping the hammer. There you go. Garrett, I'll give you my address. Who's Garrett? Who's Garrett? My name is Brian. Hello from Scotland. Hope all is good with you. Well, Marion's things are going really well with me today. We're just getting ready to wind this down. I'm out of coffee, and unfortunately for me, sitting in the car, I don't have a bathroom, and I gotta go to the piss. So we're just getting ready to wind this down. I'm gonna probably try to scope down to the bottom of the comments as quickly as I can. I don't want to miss anybody who says anything important or anybody saying hi. Andy Heinrich, damn good to see you, son. How you doing? You're late. Mind you, it's Sunday morning, so it's acceptable, right? It's acceptable being late on Sunday. Nobody jumps out of bed at 5 or 4:45 on a Sunday, except for me. The greatest front man ever. I agree. Arguably, I absolutely agree. Freddie Mercury. I don't think there's another front man of any band that had the vocal range that he could do. He could get the highest of the highs, the lowest of the lows. He was an absolute fucking monster while he was on stage, right? When he did a live concert, he was an absolute fucking animal on stage as a front man. Absolutely fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Great songs. Fantastic songwriter. Although he didn't write every song, don't get me wrong. The rest of the band equally wrote songs as well. But Freddie Mercury could write them, he could sing them, he could perform them. Excellent. Stephanie, have a great day. Good to see you. Thank you, baby, for being here. We really appreciate you. Love having you here, man. As she goes out the door, she's dropping the hammer as she goes. Ronnie James Dio. Yeah, I like Ronnie James Dio. Dirty Money, don't get me wrong. And he does have a set of pipes on him for range, but not what Freddie Mercury can do. Could you imagine Freddie Mercury fucking doing like Sabbath and having to scream? He could probably pull that off. I see Tolga has a purple crown. All I have is a purple helmet. Well, one's a personal problem and one's a YouTube problem. I think Tolga would rather have the purple crown than the purple helmet. Great channel, great host. I'm glad Dio's first name was not Ray or Stu. Stu Dio. Ray. There you go. All right, that was a good one. Isn't that annoying, though, Andy? Yeah, it's annoying when you've got a purple helmet. That sucks. Nobody wants to walk around, Andy, with a purple helmet, man. Least of all me. Anyway, again, good live today, man. The questions were a little off today. We got a little sidetracked with the dipshit, but we were able to bring her back. Good conversation, good topics. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing. Do me a favor as you're going out the door. Hit the like button. We're at 91. It'd be nice to break triple digits. Let's hit 100. I'd like that. Wow, Bill Murray doing a live. That's pretty funny. Is it? Are you Frogman Tactical? Gunner? No. Absolutely not Frogman Tactical. I can swim like a goddamn fish, but I ain't no frogman. For the observable universe, hell yeah, Andy. Emperor Tolga. Well, Tolga, you guys don't know this, but over the years I've known Tolga. He does have a plan in place for taking over the world. Just so you know, Andy, be careful what you're saying and be careful what you're wishing for, because the day is going to come, okay? The day is going to come and you're going to look up and all of a sudden Tolga is going to be the world emperor. He will be there one day. Tolga can do anything he sets his mind to. I know he can, so it's coming. Those of you that don't know, he's got the plans in place. The template is there. All he's got to do is implement it and put it into action. We're all going to be under King or Emperor Tolga at some place. I want to be the court jester. You and me both. You and me both. I just want to, I want to sit off to the side of Tolga and just be safe. Look up Frogman Tactical. Gunner? Okay, so you're saying it's something else. Why does South Park Canadians talk with the top of their talk with the top of their head? Fucking trucking? I don't have a goddamn clue. But fucking trucking, go hit the like button. You didn't hit the like button yet. And Gunner, go hit the like button. You didn't hit that goddamn like button. What's the matter with you people? We got 95. We need 5 more to break 100. Let's do it. I don't know what, oh, I just lost one. Look at that. We got 94. Whoa, somebody's not being funny. Somebody's not being nice. Oh, we got the 93. He came back. Somebody's sitting there right now going, take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. Just fucking with me. Trailer Park Boys is the shit. It is funny, but it's one of those things that, you know, for the first couple of seasons, it's funny as shit, but after a while, it just gets old, right? It just gets old. You just, oh, fuck is this? It's the same shit, just they keep mixing stuff up, but it's the same stuff. Like button. Not sure if I like this yet. Well, you cranky old bastard, you keep coming back. I didn't phone you this morning and tell you that I'm going live and make sure you're sitting there watching, obviously, because you slept in. I'm not telling you to be here. Of course you like it. You're here every day. My cat is dancing. What do? Well, fucking start dancing with your cat. Or record it. And then make a YouTube channel and put a short out. Cat videos are huge. You'd probably make $1 million frickin' on a cat video. Did I watch 1883 yet? No. I have not watched either of the spin-offs yet. I have not watched them yet. I will get to it eventually. I just haven't got there yet. Liam, I will. But I've been told that neither of them are as good as like Yellowstone is. So not 100% sure if I really want to, but I'm basing that on somebody else's opinion, right? You are like an STD. You have to pay attention and pay attention to it regularly. Yeah, but hopefully I'm an STD that there's a cure for. Because if I'm an STD that there's no cure for, you're stuck with me for life, buddy. I really enjoyed it myself, bro. It was really well written. Well, Taylor Sheridan is fantastic. Like, that guy's got his fucking hand into everything, right? He did both he did Yellowstone, and then he did the 2 spin-offs. I don't know if you've seen Landman yet with Billy Bob Thornton. I watched all of that. I'm binging on that. What's the other one? He's got a couple more. That guy's got his goddamn hand into everything. And now there's obviously another one coming out of the 4-6s, right? Which he bought. Taylor Sheridan bought that whole ranch. You believe that shit? He bought that ranch. Talk about money. No, bro, I will have to look at Landman. Oh, Liam, go watch Landman. It takes the first episode, like the first episode, there's some explaining, so you might go, oh, it's a little dry or a little slow. Watch it. Get through the first episode, and then the whole first season is there. You can watch the whole first season, binge it. Promise you won't be disappointed, man. I watched the whole season in 2 days. I could not get away from the TRL. Actually, I was in my truck. I was doing a 36-hour reset, and I watched the whole season in 36 hours. It was really good. Landman is worth the watch. And you gotta if you like Billy Bob Thornton, I love Billy Bob Thornton, right? Love him. That guy is badass. Really. It's on Amazon. It's on Paramount or Amazon. It's on the same platforms as Yellowstone and 1883 and same like that. Oh, I love him. Class actor, fantastic actor, but he's just in real life. He's just a badass dude. He really is. Do you like McDonald's? I won't go to McDonald's and eat everything. The only thing I eat is double quarter pounders with cheese, and I inhale them like a fucking Hoover vacuum cleaner. Yeah, fucking trucking. You guys got 34s. In Canada, we got to do 36. Right? We got to do 36. It sucks, but it really makes no difference. Right? Fucking trucking, trust me. you would rather drive with the Canadian logbook rules than with the American logbook rules. If you guys could, if the Americans switched to the Canadian rules, you'd love it a whole lot more, right? You know, first of all, it does suck. Yeah, we got to do 36. You only got to do 34, but no big deal, right? 36 hours or 34 hours, 2 hours ain't going to make a fucking difference in your life. But yes, we can be on duty for 14 hours, but we can drive for 13 hours. So now that 700-mile day that you can drive, you can now do 800 miles in a day. We also don't have to take a 30-minute break. No 30-minute break. And we only have to do 8 hours in the sleeper. We don't have to do 10. And if you can manage to take off 2 hours in your day in no less than 30-minute increments, so if you do 30 minutes in early in the morning, say when you're getting loaded or something's going on and you're off duty for 30 minutes, if you can add up 30 minutes up to 2 hours, you can extend your day to 16 hours from the 14 hours. So trust me, dude, if you could drive the Canadian logbook rules, you guys would love it. Hola, soy Geronimo de Argentina, saludos. I don't have a clue what you just said there, but hey, how are you, man? Are you a backdoor warrior? I'm a pitcher. I'm not a catcher. Have you ever been to Alaska? No, I have not. It's on my list of things to do and places to go, man. I am absolutely dying to go to Alaska. Howdy, Mr. Bees. Tuning in, tuning up, tuning out. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. I'm just getting ready to wind this down. I got, about 3.5, 4, I don't know what time. What time did I start this? 7 o'clock? Yeah, so we're coming up on 4 hours, which is about good enough. The brain's getting tired, the mouth's turning fucking, getting blue. Wait, are you talking about the American rules or the Canadian rules? No, I'm talking about the Canadian rules. The Canadian logbook rules are a little bit different than the American ones. And if the U.S., if you guys could adopt our driving rules, you'd really, really enjoy it. Let me tell you. Did you brush your teeth today? George Entertainment, you are hilarious. Mr. B's doing well, sir. Hope the whole same with you and your kind lady, Mrs. B's. Of course, you have to shout out Mrs. B's. She is the pop in his sickle. It's all good. Popped in to say howdy. Man, love having you here, Mr. B's. Thank you. But pretty much goodbye. We're tuning out. Like I said, we're out of coffee and I need a bathroom, so I'm going to jet. We'll see you tomorrow morning, probably about the same time. We'll kick it off around 7 o'clock. We're going to watch the sunrise. We'll do this again. We'll talk some shit. Hopefully get some good trolls come in and try to insult us and have some fun. What the hell? But other than that, guys, be good. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Sit back. Relax. Don't take life so goddamn seriously. Really? Don't take it so seriously. Enjoy yourself. Stop and smell the roses if that's what you want to do. Whatever. Just watch the trailer. I quit drinking. I'll stick to beer. Classic Billy. Yeah, exactly. That episode is awesome. That episode is awesome. Anyway, go watch it. Liam, you go watch it. I just gave you at least a day and a half or 2 days worth of free entertainment. There you go. But when we go live tomorrow, stop watching and come in live because I love having you here, Liam. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to piss myself. I gotta go. Save your money, invest when you're young. Compound interest can make you money, then buy a house. Midwest is really cheap. Good advice. With that, I'm out of here. Later. Oh,